Hello, friends! How are you doing? And I should be here with Fenri as well. Fenri! Hello?
Hello, yes,
Hi!
that's me. I'm Fenri, hello.
We are going to be playing Sunless Sea. Now, this might seem like a hard pivot since we were going to be doing something else, but we've actually been planning this stream for a while. Like, all the way back
Yeah,
to
we
when it
have.
was on Epic Thursday.
Yeah, because I actually showed up to the first stream because I saw that they were playing Sunless Sea. I'm a huge fan of this game. I have actually, I guess as best as you can say, I've actually completed this game because
Oh.
I've killed a lot of the legendary sea monsters and stuff. I've got a Dreadnought on my Switch copy of it. So, on top of being a bit of a voice actor in this, I can also definitely help direct Jade to some of the more fun encounters, if they want, obviously.
And I've only played this a little bit. I know the general concept of what the game is, and I had fun playing it. And, well, yeah, there's a lot of dialogue and there's a lot of written text. So this is going to be a lot of voice acting. We're just going to be reading these as if they were, as if they were script lines. This is basically going to be a dry read. Although I guess not so much a dry read for Fenri since he knows more of the game.
Yeah, I'm pretty well in with this game. I'm not gonna, don't worry though, anyone who knows how to exploit the game's broken economy in order to make infinite money, I'm not going to tell Jade how to do that.
Yay! I wouldn't understand it if you did.
No, it's very straightforward, but it also kind of kills the fun of the game. It's just a good way to get yourself a nice big bed of money to start off with if you had an unfortunate incident involving Mount Nomad and your trade vessel in a previous run.
Okay, so we are going to go, and you have my... Okay. We're going to go hit New Game. Yes, the submarine and all of the absurdity that is this game. I'm here for it. I'm excited.
The Untersee is a bit of a nightmare.
Okay. 3 decades ago, in the reign of Victoria, London was stolen by bats. Now, it lies a mile below the surface. It was dreadfully inconvenient for everyone, but it opened up a vast black ocean to you. Welcome to the Undersea. I'm saying Undersea. I'm not saying Undersea. No, I just refuse.
No, if you put a German inflection on it, Untersee, that's actually how it's meant to be pronounced.
Oh, I like that. Untersee. I don't have a good German accent, but I'll see what I can do. I'll probably end up pivoting.
You don't need a good German accent to be able to do it.
Fair enough. I'll probably end up pivoting more towards the British accent. I don't think I have a whole lot of options. Oh yeah, what is all this jazz? Are these actually effective?
These are incredibly relevant to the game. So each beginning dictates your starting stats and affects what your first crewmate is. So the street urchin starts with a crewmate who's a gunnery officer.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure that because I'm trying to remember all my various playthroughs because I made a point of noting down what each start does. I'm pretty sure that the soldier past gives you a ship's surgeon, but they each provide a different crewmate which has a natural boost to one of your stats. So like, as I said, street urchin starts off with a gunnery officer. I don't remember the character's name, but each of the characters that you start off with also has their own mission that you can go on. So
yeah,
the street urchin one sticks with you the most because you have to take her to the new Carnate.
Okay. Which one do we want to start with? You can make a pick on this one.
I personally don't mind. Each one has different value. I find that having good iron is incredibly important in the early game, though, because your gun is always going to suck.
Okay. Veteran then?
Yep.
Okay. Stern and exciting, they will not trifle with you. Your promised job to your acquaintance, the shady cook, you'll do something... Yeah, okay. He'll do until you find someone less disgusting. Let's see. I'm mostly just looking at the starting stuff here and not worrying too much about line reads until we get into things.
Yeah.
In case that wasn't painfully obvious. Ambition?
If you're, um, so the easiest one to go for to complete the game is definitely wealth,
Okay,
but
done.
you can change ambitions partway through if you find the right island.
Hmm.
Yeah, there is so out into the absolute abyss. There is an island which is completely uninhabited, and you can start working on making your own little independent township there. It's quite good.
Cool.
It has less of an impact on gameplay than you'd think, though.
All right. Okay, how do we want to split up lines here? I mean, yeah.
I mean, I'm not particularly concerned how we do it. You were saying just a pivot. I think that's not a bad idea when dealing with humans. And then, how do you want to deal with non-humans? You know, because like there is an island that's inhabited entirely by rats, for example.
That sounds amazing. We also have our
Like
ferrets.
there's quite a few islands. There's quite a few islands which are inhabited by like complete non-humans, eldritch abominations, and that sort of thing. How do you want to handle them? Do you want to pivot on them as well, or do you want to read a description of what they look like and decide who would be a better fit for voicing them after that?
We can play it by ear.
All right.
We can figure that out when it matters. Okay.
As long as I don't have to try and do a female voice, I'm gonna be fine.
Oh, I can take that. That should be fine. Right. Why don't you start us off?
All right. London. She's the greatest city on the Untersee, and don't you forget it. Adopt a Blumigan Gallivanter. A Blumigan sits atop a splintered crate, clicking and whistling at captains as they come near. Visit the Admiralty Survey Office. They'll pay for information from Z captains. Find out what and how. Visit the Scrolling a bit far there. Visit the university. The university has an inexhaustible appetite for secrets, Z specimens, and other tidbits of esoteric lore. Provide a secret to prove yourself worthy of entry. And carouse in Wolfstack docks. There is no danger here. Try to enjoy yourself.
Well, most of these we
Still a bit
can't do
more further
anyways.
down.
Most of these,
Yeah,
we could probably get
hire
more
on more
crew.
crew. Sensible sailors are looking for a safe run to the tomb colonies, or at least a sane run to the southern archipelago. You'll need to buy drinks, spread around hiring fees, look for daredevils. Put your ship in dry dock for repairs or sometimes other purposes. Offer passage to a tomb colonist. An emigrant will pay to be taken north to Venderbite. A new recruit. Who awaits your attention?
So I would say hiring more crew seems like a good idea.
No.
No?
No.
No.
Not at this early stage. So,
Really?
more crew means you use up resources quicker.
Oh, interesting.
Yes, so if you've got more crew, that means that you burn through your supplies faster, which opens up the door to running out of supplies and going into cannibalism territory a lot faster.
I mean, that makes sense. I just
Hmm.
think of a crew
No,
and I think
this
of,
game,
15 people minimum.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I would wait until you've got a bit more. I would wait until you've got some more echoes in your inventory, and I would wait until you've got more supplies in total.
That makes sense.
Did you manage to figure out the inventory system for this game?
Nope.
Oh, that's fun. Okay. You see those tabs at the top there?
Yeah. I mean, the people?
No, the ones at the top of the little book.
Oh, yes, yes,
little,
yes. Okay,
journal.
okay. So we have 5 supplies, 10 fuel, a gun.
Yep.
Then,
So, items that you buy from the shops or the shipyard will line up in your inventory and you drag them into those slots, which is kind of obvious. And you've got to make sure to be balancing out your cargo and your supplies. On top of that, I would say, and this is me talking as a veteran Sunless Sea player, I would pause the game, go into the options, and change it out of the Invictus mode. You won't get to keep the Invictus medal that you've got in your inventory, but you'll be able to save anywhere.
oh. Where is that?
I'm pretty
Account?
sure that's in
No.
account and management, but no. Okay.
Well, I don't have an account, so I don't see a gameplay options.
Weird.
I don't think it's in video. Maybe I should do it from the title
That's
screen.
weird. Okay, maybe you have
Yep.
to. Yeah, maybe you have to.
Okay. That was a cool shark.
That's weird. Yeah, you won't think that when
No.
you have to fight one. What the hell? Okay.
Okay.
Whatever. Yeah, when you can figure that out, that's a much better way to go about playing the game, though. For at least starting out. Oh
Just
wait,
gonna
no.
grab
I
through
think
this.
it's if you choose to save. I think it's if you choose to save game while you're not in port. It happens. Okay. That makes sense.
Oh.
Yeah, I haven't played it in a while. I mean, I could grab it, but I'd need to stream it through my Elgato because my cat knocked my Switch off of my bedside table a couple months ago and destroyed my blue Joy-Con. It exploded. Yes, I'm still finding bits of it.
That's rough.
Yeah, thankfully the Switch proper is fine, so...
Alright, so is there anything we want to do in town, or do we just want to set out and hope for the best?
I would say we'd want to set out and hope for the best, but we want to pick up that vendor bite immigrant first.
The passenger?
Yes. We want the...
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yep.
Agree to carry an unsettled scavenger to Venderbite. She visits the wolf stack every day in sea-stained rags, begging for your passage. No captain will look her in the eye. Oh, welcome aboard. She embraces you. Oh, I'd kiss you, Captain, but my beloved is prone to jealousy. We were parted, but the ancient captains at Venderbite, they'll know where she is. All right. So onwards then.
Yep, because you get a little bit of cash for delivering them. So, some more advice. Port reports from every port that you go to can be turned in at the Admiralty office for a bit of money and some supplies.
Oh, I have to hit E first. That's what it is. Okay, and we have to get all the way back to London to do that, though, right?
Yeah, but it's usually a worthwhile trip early game.
That makes sense.
Yeah, another thing that's worth noting is that if you happen to find a pair of Sphinx in the middle of the ocean, that is a very well-paying job there.
And
it's not the exploit for infinite money. That's a genuine job with an interesting story arc.
Okay, we have Hunter's Keep.
Which
I'm guessing
you didn't manage to figure out the trick to the sisters there.
Oh, I haven't the slightest. Should I go there?
Because when I watched, no, I wouldn't yet. It's not worth the time just yet. But one of the sisters will increase fear, one will decrease fear, and one will give you a decent number of supplies.
Okay.
And each one of them is tied to a different one of the Unterzee gods.
Really? Oh, we're being attacked. We're being attacked.
So... Oh, it's a pirate... Fantastic.
What's my attack? Oh, there it is. Well, let's get him.
Oh, wow,
Oh, wow. That's a ton of damage.
The live feed on my end is extremely stuttery right now. I can see what's going on, but it's stuttery. Because it's 15 frames per second.
Yeah, I set it to 15 since I'm doing since I'm streaming two sites at the same time. What is this? Ooh. The ship is yours. What will you do with her? Loot and scuttle her? She's a vile old vessel, and the seas aren't safe. Take what you can and move on. Or nothing. Well, okay.
I'd scuttle it and take what they've got. Case of Curiosities, that's the secret that you can trade at the university.
Oh, nice.
Sure.
These pinnacles don't sail far from...
Oh, you go.
These pinnacles don't sail far from their hidden harbors, but there's something at the back of the hold. Some sort of barrel. Tap the bung carefully. A firkin of honey. This is where they call the prisoner's honey, wrung by the lamplighter bee from the exile's rose. That's a fun sentence. Wrung by the lamplighter bee from the exile's rose. Doesn't mean anything to me, but it's really interesting. I wonder who made up all these names, remarks Able Seaman Carriget. Someone who's read a sight too many books, I'm thinking. Okay. You'll take the next couple.
So, yes, so we're gonna touch on some lore now. From what I read about what the exiles. Oh, you should go into all clear mode.
What?
'Cause
Right.
You're all clear.
Yeah.
You're not in the fight anymore. So if I remember right, the prisoner's honey is actually slightly hallucinogenic.
Oh.
I'm just trying to remember what little I can remember from what little I played of Fallen London.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, apparently there's like a whole series of these games.
Yes, so there's Sunless Skies, which I have, which is better than Sunless Seas. I honestly recommend it.
Okay.
Alright, so do you want me to handle the dialogue for the tomb colonies?
Sure.
Tomb colonies. Few die in Fallen London. They come here instead. And so we want to click into the tomb colony of Venderbite. That way we can get someone to undock. On deck, you can hear the sound that 1,000 bandaged dead make as they shuffle and cough. It's something like the world's most restless concert audience. Every time you bring up your alt tab thing, I can't see the game anymore.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. I'm just checking stream status. I'm sorry.
Or the world's most plague-ridden cathedral. Find ancient captains to speak to the unsettled salvager. It shouldn't be too hard. What else have they got to do around here but molder? That's what we're going to want to do first to get her off, because she takes up cargo space.
And she takes up resources, food?
No, just cargo space. Tomb colonists, basically. You know ghouls from Fallout?
Yeah.
The super slow metabolism of a ghoul that basically translates to tomb colonists. A dusty glass of wine. Venderbite is not the most promising place for shore leave. Too much decay, too little light, too many bandaged walking corpses. You companions of easy virtue, no cinnamon, no recent newspapers, very little pickled cave herring. Explore Venderbite. Here they favor candlelight over gaslight. Shadows are swagged like cobwebs. The tomb colonists stand still enough to be mistaken for sculpture, till they laugh or cough. 1 building in 3 seems abandoned. And visit the first curator. Z captains. The first curator gives audience. The first curator is responsible for the preservation of the tomb colonies. It has been here much longer than London, like all the oldest tomb colonists. But even tomb colonists dissolve in the end. Its time's close. Hear the gossip. Who's plotting what out in the tomb colonies?
You got your vocal warm-ups all set.
Yeah, I did them because I figured I was going to be screaming while playing a Vermintide anyway.
Fair enough. So we
I play as Bard and the Dwarf, so I typically tend to wind up going full Scottish.
Oh, that's a delight. We will have to do that sometime.
Yep. Yes. So you want to get rid of your unsettled salvager first. There's a possibility they might stay on your crew. I don't remember this one because I've only gotten it, I think, twice in all my playthroughs.
Mm-hmm. All you.
All right. Terrible bad luck. An assortment of decrepit sea captains gathers around her, compelled by tradition, honor, or border. She picks her nails and closes her eyes. When at last she speaks. I want to find Lady Black. The captains that can run do. The rest shuffle away as swiftly as they're able. Only one remains behind. How long were you down there? He asks. 20 minutes. Oh, wait. 20 minutes. She replies. The captain puts his hand on her shoulder. Big parts of the killing Paul V3. He says, but if you can forget, do. It's possible. He embraces her and departs.
If we want, you can do narrator and I can do voices on stuff like this. Maybe split it
Um,
in the midst.
that might work best. That might
Yeah.
work best. Because I'm desperate. I'm trying to juggle all my fucking Dark Elf voice work. Because I have done so many Morrowind comic voice acting things as a hobby. It's just Mournhold, City of Light, City of Magic.
Nice. So we should always gather gossip, right? Like that's just a thing we do.
Yes, always gather gossip because that gives you port reports, which you can then give to the Admiralty. So did you want to do voices and I'll do narration for this?
Yeah, sure. I mean, this is all narration, but
yeah, I know, but that works. But that works. You might have a better chance of being able to distinguish characters because
yeah.
all right, along the coasts of the Untersea, it's remarkably hard to die. Decrepit and nearly dead who leave London become tomb colonists and settle here in bandaged peace. But they don't give up their ties to home or their politics. You gather a haul of complex clues, enough to keep your contacts in London interested. You now have one of this, a port report vendor bite.
Excellent.
Which I think the port report from vendor bite gives you like 10 echoes, 1 fuel. It's not really worth the time it takes to get there, but
yeah, it's just like right
free
up the
fuel
coast.
And it's free echoes.
Yeah. Do we have anything else to do here? Like, do we want to explore, or is it worthwhile?
Explore Vanderbite can potentially give you fear and stuff. It's got a random chance, but you can sometimes get you interesting good stuff.
Yeah, sure.
And the first curator, honestly, I wouldn't interact with him until you have a better ship and a lot more fuel.
Okay.
Because you have to run all over the friggin' ocean, and having the full map will help you find things a lot better. Oh. Here, favor candlelight over gaslight. The shadows are swag like cobwebs. The tomb colonists stand still enough to be mistaken for sculpture. Till their route walk off. 103. Oh, wait, we've already.
Yeah,
Okay, never mind.
I just realized that partway through too.
Yeah, Oh, nice. Carmine Chapel. That one's a nice one to get if you have decent veils. A little chapel stands alone. You poke your head through the door. The walls are a deep red, just this side of scarlet. A ruby tinted window at the back glows with steady light. Electric lamp behind the glass. Rare and expensive, but this is no gaslight. No one is here, and yet you have the sensation that only a moment ago, someone must have been.
So we can search, leave, make an offering, or that's it.
If I remember right, that making an offering can reduce fear. Search the place can generate fear.
Now, is fear good or bad? Because it seems like it might be bad, but it also seems like it could be a resource to use, question mark?
Terror is the worst possible thing to build up.
Okay, good to know.
So to give you some little background, it's story time with Uncle Fen now.
Okay.
So just because to explain how terror works, I got to explain to you some of the stuff that has happened to me as a result.
Oh?
So terror once reached something like 75 for me. It didn't max out, but it reached 75 while we were quite a distance from London, and they decided to launch a mutiny on my ship. My captain got killed during that mutiny, so I got a game over. I didn't get sunk, we didn't starve, we didn't run out of fuel, I just got killed by my crew.
The game just decided you couldn't play it anymore?
It just as well, you got a random chance, so it was based on a stat, and unfortunately I'd chosen to play as a priest during that run. Instead of a soldier, so I didn't have the iron necessary to be able to suppress the mutiny. But yeah, terror can result in all sorts of things like that.
Okay, good to know.
All sorts of events that can just really mess you up.
I'm thinking that we just take the line reads for whatever we take, for whichever ones we're picking, instead of reading them all. I think that would make sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Do we want to flip a coin?
I do have a coin handy. I always keep one on my desk because there's
I just meant the 50-50 chance on searching.
Yeah, but I'm also saying I always keep a coin on my
Oh.
desk because I don't trust computerized I don't trust computer coin flips because they aren't 50-50.
Of course
It's
not.
actually something like 60% heads, 40% tails for most of them. Right.
I would assume it's...
What have we done? Are we gonna go for it or not based on which is which? Heads we go for it, tails we don't, or what?
Sure, sounds good.
Alright, I'll flip it again because I just realized that we don't want that hitting the ground. So that was heads, so we'll go for it.
Okay. An Ungard.
Succeeded, alright. Unhungered. There's an altar, a block of basalt. There are pews. I pronounced basalt so wrong. There are pews, a pulpit, no Bibles, no hymn books. A stained glass window is the red of cochineal. An inscription on the lintel of the door reads, "For I was unhungered and he gave me meat." That is all. Your crew are eager to leave. No one looks back. Okay, so you've gained 20 fragments, which is good. You can trade fragments for secrets, which you can then trade for levels up in stats. For example, your cook, I believe, can increase your stat in hearts or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Yeah, hearts. But you've also gained 1 point of terror, but that's not so much of an issue.
Yeah, I think it goes to like 100.
Yeah, it needs to be really high before things start going bad. And there's plenty of places that can actually reduce terror quite easily.
Oh, good. All right, so we should be all set here, right?
Yes. So you've mostly explored the north, haven't you?
This is what I have explored.
No, like in your previous playthroughs, because the map is slightly randomized, but most things typically tend to stay in the same place.
I went up in this area until I died, and I mean, yeah.
Well, I was there, so
I've not played the game since. Let me put it that way.
okay. Then yeah. So there is quite a few interesting places to the south. If you're looking for fun stuff to read and interesting lore to conjecture on, you're going to want to head south.
That sounds like my jam.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm genuinely incredibly sad that you didn't head south because there's right to the south of London there is the gate to the surface, which is incredibly important.
Oh, cool.
And then further south from that there is another city. City which has some of the best writing in this game in it, in my opinion.
Should we drop by London first to put in the port report, or is it not worth it since we only have the one?
I wouldn't say it's worthwhile, honestly. I would just head further south, get your hands on the report from the gate, and then from the city just to the south of the gate. You'll probably run into a couple of crabs while you're on the way, but you know what? They can actually give you food.
Yay!
When you kill them.
I mean,
yeah, hug the coast while heading south initially.
Ooh, what's this?
Also, that I think is Hunter's Keep. Yes, it is. You might as well pull in there. You can still get a port report.
Sure, why not? And dock. Let's see. This has the ladies in it, right?
It has the three sisters, yes. And like I said, they each have something weird going on.
Okay.
So
I'll take their voices. You take narration.
Yep. Okay. Before we make any choices, though, just scroll down so I can look through the choices again because I need to remember what's what. Because like I said, it's been a while.
Or you could take all of it if you want. I don't mind. You already did the other one, which was a bit gravelly.
So yeah. All right. Yep. We're good. So I mean, I'm keeping that for like tomb colonists and places with slightly less human stuff. All right. Yep. I remember what each one does. All right. Hunter's Keep. A hump of dark rock swathed in mist, like 100 other Untersee islands. But here's a grand house, windows aglow. Lawns impossibly green and lush in the full starlight. Great gravel paths. You stand on the dock as the sea nudges at the ship's sides. An unexpectedly warm breeze carries the faintest trace of lavender. Present yourself at the house. They will have heard your ship come in. Why hide? That one is just the straight up introduce yourself to what the sisters one. That one's not worth going into just yet if you feel like being a bit more brave. Walk in the gardens. Take a couple of burly sailors with you, just in case, but the gardens are tranquil as moonlight. I'm pretty sure that has the same effect. You'll encounter the sisters straight up.
Mm-hmm.
Now, reconnoiter the island. Plunging cliffs, soft green lawns, are well tucked away in the fold of the... well tucked away in the fold of the grounds. Anything else? That's how you get the port report for here.
Okay. So we'll do
And
that one for
spy on
sure.
the house. This place may not be as simple as it seems. That one I think can also get you a secret. The spy on the house.
So we'll reconnoiter first. Yes, yes.
Yep, reconnoiter, and then we get all the other choices as well. Alright, the sea's silence. Ships rarely come here. Nothing changes, even the weather. The house is the heart of the isle, the house and the sisters. But the Admiralty may be happy to know that nothing's changed, at least.
Great. And now what should we do?
And depending on how brave you're feeling, you might be best off going... Yep, I would go for Spy on the House, because that can get you a secret, I'm pretty sure. If you succeed.
75% success rate sounds delightful to me.
Yeah, that's a pretty good odds.
Wait, what could go wrong?
Piano music drifts across the terrace. You peer through a half-open French window into a grand parlour. Grand in size, if a little reduced in style by dust and neglect. A dark-haired, pale-skinned young woman bends earnestly over a piano keyboard. Another, fair-haired but unmistakably her sister, sprawls on the sofa with a book. A third sits by the fireplace, staring sorrowfully into the embers.
Soon,
she says, and the piano music falters and stops.
We'll go hungry, and then the end will come for me. Oh, but not for you.
The pianist raises her eyes from the keyboard.
Hush, if you don't speak of it.
She frowns. Has she seen you at the window? You withdraw.
We got Laura fragments.
Fragments. Yep. There. So there you go. You should be able to make yourself a secret soon. And then present yourself at the home is a good one.
Okay.
Knock and enter. A maid with smouldering topaz eyes shows you into the parlour, where 3 young women wait.
A visitor!
The youngest cries, the next youngest chuckles, the eldest sighs.
Do excuse the indecorum,
she says.
Visitors are rare. You are very welcome. I am Cynthia. The noisy one is Phoebe, and the cheerful one is Lucy. You're in good time for lunch. Will you join us?
So we're acquainted with the sisters now. Alright.
We get to pick which one we want to have lunch with.
Yep. I don't remember which one is the... I know that the top one, luncheon with Cynthia, gets you terror. I'm pretty sure that Lucy reduces terror, and all of them, however, reduce your current hunger thing, so you won't eat any supplies after having lunch with them.
Well, that's handy.
And each and every one of these different sisters puts the attention of one of the gods of the sea onto you. I don't remember which is which, because there's salt, there's spray, and there's I think it's sea, but I don't remember. Because they, despite being gods, they play a remarkably minor role in a lot of the story events that I've encountered.
Okay.
And I say this, knowing full well that I've only encountered probably a fraction of what's actually in the game, and that's with having killed God.
Fair enough. Want to go with Phoebe?
No, we might as well go with Phoebe. Phoebe is soft-voiced, watchful, unpredictable. Here's a story. Phoebe has a story to tell of 2 lovers parted by water, of a raven that carried messages, of a fragment of the moon. She beats time on the table as she speaks, as if to a song only she can hear. The effect is hypnotic. Your attention drifts out through the skylight of the dining room to the false stars glittering in the roof of the cabin. You drift like a puffball spore. The Untersee shimmers below. Islands lie like mineral specimens on the black velvet. Ships bob like wood chips between the islands. Vast spined things pulse in the depths. There is a scent like the scent before a storm.
The storm came,
says Phoebe quietly.
Everything changed.
Somewhere in there, you finished the last course. The scowling maid reluctantly serves cheese and Bath Oliver biscuits.
Oh, we lost some terror. We lost our hunger, which is great.
There,
Okay,
there we
so
go. See? That's right. It's Salt, Spray, and Storm. They're empty. You cannot draw them out without news. It might actually be worth heading back to London then, just so
Sure.
you've got some news on you. So if you ever need to swing back past Hunter's Keep, you can draw them out of hiding.
Sure, we've already spent nearly half of our fuel, so that makes sense.
Yep. Thankfully, I'm glad Hunter's Keep never moves. By the way, the rest
Really?
of the sea does, but Hunter's Keep never does. Yeah, I've never seen it move.
That's actually pretty interesting.
And
I like.
it's canonically stated that maps received from one Z captain are unreliable because the Unter-Z changes.
That makes sense. That makes sense to me. Maps were the most important thing on a ship. Like, that was more important than any of the loot and plunders if you could get your hands on the ship's logs.
Yeah. And it's completely worthless down here.
London. Bum 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 bum. Where was it?
Alright,
Are Ah, survey office?
You're gonna want to. Is it the survey office? Yep.
Okay. They'll pay for information on the sea captains. Find out what and how. The Admiralty's picket fleets. Fleets? Huh. And intelligence networks are long gone. The survey offers pays sea captains for small sums of information. Visit and investigate reports to gain port reports, and trade them from here. The first time you trade in a port report, you will gain the Admiralty's favor. I trust the sisters are keeping well. They are the citizens of Her Enduring Majesty, notionally. Oh, they are actually... Okay.
Yeah, it's basically just after the little dialogue there, they basically just give you a bunch of stats.
And what have the nearly dead been up to then? Good enough for me. Anything else we need to do here?
Yeah, ask if there's anything in particular they need.
If we can be assured of your discretion, this port... Well, speak to our agent there, and return. We'll see that you're rewarded.
Retrieve strategic information from Guiders Morn in the Corsair's forests, not far from home waters. This job pays quite well. You'll probably get, if I remember right, you get about 100 echoes from it.
Nice.
But you don't get any fuel and stuff. But those jobs pay really well. And further along the line, you can use favors from the Admiralty to buy fuel and repairs for extremely cheap.
Admiralty?
Not accept a... Yes, I would not accept a little gift just yet, by the way.
Okay.
You might want to... You might want to redock and head to your lodgings.
Lodgings. I think there's going to be a... Oh. Wait. Oh, here. Yeah, no, there's going to be a bunch of little things like that are going to be cute differences. I would say Admiralty.
Yep. I would call it the Admiralty, but, you know.
Here's a question.
I'm still technically living in a British colony. You're not.
True. All right, here's a question for you. What are soda cans made out of?
What are soda cans made out of?
Mm-hmm.
Aluminium.
Aluminium, yes. Correct answer.
Congratulations, you said the word correctly.
Yay! Okay.
Alright, so you want to read the morning papers. That gives you news, which you can give to the sisters to draw them out of hiding.
Oh.
Yep.
News from home! The Echo Bazaar, the enigmatic marketplace, has increased its tax on love stories. The traitor empress is forbidden singing on the streets outside her palace. The anarchists of the Calendar Council have inexplicably dynamited a drinking fountain. The Ministry of Public Decency has located and destroyed the nest of Galbiter wasps. That was too quick for me to sight read it. was trying to go for like the old timey news
Hear
barker.
ye, hear ye! The Echo Bazaar, that enigmatic marketplace, has increased its tax on love stories. The traitor empress has forbidden singing in the street outside her palace. The anarchists of the Calendar Council have inexplicably dynamited a drinking fountain. The Ministry of Public Decency has located and destroyed a nest of gallbladder wasps.
Okay.
Alright.
Anything else we need?
I wouldn't rest in a room above there just yet. That's not worth your time. Go to your offices. Go to your offices.
Oh, you will lose this token if you switch from unforgiving to merciful mode. Doesn't actually tell me anything about that, but we do
Yeah, it
still
doesn't
have a
tell you
comatose
how to
ferret.
do it.
Yeah, we do still have a
So I would
comatose
talk
ferret.
to
That's
the
important.
cook. Yes. I would talk to the cook.
Oh,
Right,
oh,
you
speak to.
right-click to talk
Okay.
to the cook. Increase your hearts. You spend a secret to improve it. Because once you get a certain number of fragments, you create a secret, and you can spend secrets to increase your stats.
Okay, so do the thing.
Yep, I would do that.
I'm going to insist that you read this line though.
Okay.
Flawless.
Hold up. We didn't read the top part, so give me one sec. What's your aunt? He might say more, but a coughing fit takes him. Eventually he straightens up and wipes his mouth slowly with his forearm. Voragaranariga?
Oh, that's a delight. I'm clipping that later. That's it. All right, so we do the thing. Do you do the thing? Yes.
Yep, I would increase that. Because increasing all your stats is always going to be useful. That's the best use for secrets, even though you can't... Sorgalota gubbins. Gamasunsi. See, I know what that first word is meant to be, because I know... I gotta stop swearing. I know C-Speak, because... like a whole big thing with me was that I perfected the pirate lingo, because at one point I was supposed to be a pirate in something and then I wasn't.
Mm-hmm. What was it
I
going
don't
to be
know
in?
what that is. It was going to be in someone's webcomic thing, and they were going to have people do voice acting for scenes, but then they never went ahead with it.
Oh, I was actually in Pirates of Penzance at one point on stage.
That's why you asked me to sing Modern Major General.
Yes, it is.
Alright, so that's good, and then scroll down, ask him what he wants from life is a good thing too. Because that gives you a little side quest to do.
Mm-hmm. Why did the Shady Cook choose to go to the Z?
He looks you directly in the eyes. Surely, he repeats it more slowly. Sea of lilies. He licks his lips very slowly. Eventually, you have to look away. The Sea of Lilies is one of the more beautiful spots in the game, but it's an absolute pain in the ass to get there because it's filled with sharks.
Oh, okay. Alright, so we good to go? To Glory?
Yeah, we should be. Did you remember to grab the mushroom?
The what?
Oh no. So at the start you can get the mushroom from London. So if you click on the London thing you can get a mushroom. And as much as I know, up the top, the Blemigan Gallivanter.
The Blemigan Gallivanter?
Go that. Yep. Adopt a Blemigan Gallivanter. Did you want to read this or shall I?
A Blemigan sits atop a splintered crate, clicking and whistling at the captains as they come near. A polite bow, you extend your hand to the Blemigan and it leaps upon. Its tendrils entwine around your fingers, and it chitters quietly. It meets your gaze and bobs its dome in greeting. It's very small. Is it old enough for naval service? You're pretty sure its mustache has been drawn on with a pen in an attempt to look older. As you approach the ship's gangplank, the creature flutes and vibrates in apparent happiness. The boatswain winces as you bring it upon board.
And now you've got a better mascot than the comatose ferret. Because as cute
Disagree.
as the ferret is, it's kind of garbage in terms of its stats. Hearts +1. Seriously, check out your officers. out what the Blemigan's capable of. Mirrors +3, pages +2.
Yeah, but it's a ferret. Ferrets are awesome.
Yeah, it's just not the ship's mascot. So you gotta keep it. You
Mhm.
gotta keep it safe
We have
inside
to-
your cabin now.
Yes, we have to keep it safe. We must protect the ferret. If we lose the ferret, that's game over. That's an alternate lose condition.
Yeah.
Ooh, another ship. Should we blow it up?
That's that's a marker ship. I'm pretty sure it's a trade ship actually. Wait, it's moving. Yeah, that's an allied ship. That's probably independent Z captain rather than pirate or anything like that.
Okay. Wait, that one has a dock next to
Yeah,
it.
you do occasion. Yeah, that's a lighthouse ship which is designed basically as a watch point within the Z. You can buy fuel and supplies from it, but it's extremely expensive.
Hmm.
Also, keeping your light on burns more fuel.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
We don't need lights.
However, keeping your light on also reduces the rate at which you generate terror, which
Oh,
you're
man.
going to turn your lights on while you're inside the fog.
Okay. Oh, hello, crab. Ah, we're being crab attacked. That's fine. And... good enough for me. Oh, wait, is that... we
You
collect that?
also- You can collect that, you can feed your crew with it,
Oh, good.
or you can
Or-
try to dissect it for secrets, which gives you fragments.
You know, I think we have enough food for now. Probably.
Yeah, just dissect it then for some fragments, because the more secrets you get, the quicker you can level up your stats.
A crab full of conundrums. You set to work with your knives and acids. It's undistinguished then. Yeah. It is an undistinguished adolescent specimen, a megalops. One of the deep sea crab species, but its eyes, normally vestigial in these troglodytic beasts, are large and rather beautiful. The golden glow is almost gone now, although sparks leap now and then from your knife. Okay, we have a crab thing.
And like I said, you're gonna wanna hug the coast while you head south, because
Okay,
you
okay,
can
okay.
easily miss the gate to the surface if you don't. And there's Mutton Island, which has a dock that you can get port reports from, I'm pretty sure.
I need to work on my sight reading skills in general. So this is good practice. This is good practice for me. I'm used to either doing like pure improv with no script, or
All memorized stuff.
stuff that's 100 years old, where if you don't do exactly what's on the script, you're committing a type of heresy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, right?
Yeah, I do.
So sight reading
If
and
you're if you're enjoying this, by the way, Jade, then 100% we're going to have to do this again sometime in the future with Sunless Skies, because the writing is considerably better in Skies.
wait, how do I stop this? Hold on. Whoa. Why is my fire? Oh.
Because I think you accidentally hit full speed ahead.
Whoops. Oh well, I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, your engine didn't explode, so you're fine.
That's usually a good sign when your engine's not exploding.
Because there is always a chance that there's the Cumean Canal and the Albertine Gates. That's the gates to the surface. You can also get, depending on a random event that's available here, you can get a piece of strategic information which is worth something like 200 echoes to the Admiralty.
Oh wow. So we're gonna skip that one, you said,
I
right?
would dock.
Oh no, we're not
that
skipping.
that one's worth docking at.
Oh.
That one's good to dock at.
Okay. I thought we were looking for something specific.
And then further south is the one that I mentioned, which has some of the best writing in the game.
I'm excited for that.
And it's hysterical because you'll see why I think it's some of the best writing. And I specifically want to read that, but it's so close to London. It's weird.
All right, so the canal ascends through locks and gates in the shadow. Okay, what do we want to do here? Travel the surface, listen for gossip, or... well, we gotta get a report, right?
Yep.
Many ships pass this way, but perhaps you'll pick up something that they missed. Business as usual. The gates open, they shut. The locks remain free from sabotage. If there's anywhere in London that's safe in all the undersea, it's here. The surface nations have an interest in keeping the way open. Okay. Looks like that's about it. We want to listen for gossip?
I'm listening for surface gossip. Yep, it's worthwhile listening to surface gossip.
This would be a prime spot for a pub or a wine shop, but the interests of the Echo Bazaar and the laws of London prevent it. They don't like competition, you see. Still, there are temporary half-legal hostelries in the long-moored ships. Here you trade stories with the sun-tanned surface sailors. Stories of Paris and Batavia, the lost fires in the final isles. Okay. Neat. I guess that's it then?
Yep.
Okay.
We didn't have the good fortune to get the event where someone gets shanked and you unlock strategic information to trade to the Admiralty.
So we had very bad luck by not seeing somebody get murdered. Got it.
Yeah, we did actually, because that event gives you a pretty decent amount of that gives you a pretty decent amount of money for doing it.
You know what? We know what happened before? I hit F
What?
because in every other game that's the flashlight button. I hit F to turn off the
You
ship's
hit
lights.
F to turn off the lights, and as a result, you went full
As
speed and almost blew your engine up.
As a result, we almost blew up the engine. Exactly. I like the calming nature of this game. It's ooh, we have a whirlpool. Should I go into the whirlpool? Yes or no?
No, don't do that.
Okay. I won't do that for now.
You can lose supplies and fuel. This is the place.
But can we get a joy use? Whoa, there's a
Oh,
brireme there.
you are going to want to not get into a fight with them.
Okay, we're gonna go in here though.
Yeah, we want to go in there. This is the place.
All right.
It just looks like an industrial sector of London, doesn't it?
Ooh, the Iron Republic.
Iron Republic, Hell's client state. Be wary, their laws are not the laws of man or nature.
We're just going straight in.
Yep. Factory engines roar like false lions. Blood thunders in the dog pipes. Crimson lightning skitters across the deck, leaps to the rail, curls there like a cat. The city is reflected in a glassy, calm harbour water. The citizens there have the heads of dogs and serpents.
Oh,
Hell has brought freedom to the Iron Republic. Freedom from all laws, even those of nature.
I can already see what you're talking about. Just like that first line. Factory engines roar like false lions. That's just fantastic.
Yeah, this place is the ultimate manifestation of there's actually someone at the games company has read themselves a lot of Lovecraft.
Mm-hmm.
Engage an officer, the irrepressible cannoneer. Yeah, you're up. This has dialogue there. You're gonna want the cannoneer, by the way.
Okay. Captain, are you looking for a gunner? Well, I'm looking for a ship. Here are my references, and here are more references, and here's my design for a whistling shell. And here's my colleague. He'll stay on shore, don't worry, but here's my hand. Will you take it? Yes?
Yes, absolutely go for it. He's worthwhile to have on board.
Oh, this is interesting. Room for improvement. There's always room for improvement. Wait. Let me make notes. Paper.
Alright. Then we want to assign him to his slot in the officer's menu.
Pong. +8 iron.
Which is good, because higher iron increases your damage. Which is
Nice.
fun.
Wait, what else do we want to do here? I like that character, by the way.
The Parliament of Fly. Yeah, he's good. I'm pretty sure he's necessary for a quest to get the best front-mounted gun in the game too.
Ooh.
Market of Hungers, the Parliament of Flies. The Market of Hungers, with its spires and sigils, is it a parody of the bazaar? Today, flies fill its arcades. Buzz. Compile a port report. Won't be entirely straightforward. The streets won't lie straight, and the ink freezes whenever you look away from the inkwell.
Whoa.
I would do the port report as well. Well, actually, no, I would do the new passions. The sensations of the Republic are overwhelming. This is a desire for years. This is a hatred for fountains. There is an emotion that can only be expressed mathematically. Now you are awash with a nostalgia for the hatching of the egg. Write it down. Write it all down. Perhaps you'll be rid of it.
Nice. Yay, we have a Tale of Terror. That's exactly a good thing, probably.
You also lost one heart.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's kind of
And the
spooky.
Parliament of Flies is still hungry. Yeah.
Did we go in?
Yes, I'd go in.
Okay.
The Merc folds, visit the shops tab. Yep, I would go into the shops tab up the top there.
Ah, I
They
see.
sometimes sell fuel for really, really cheap here.
We can sell one fuel for
Yep,
0.
It's cheaper than London to buy fuel here at the moment, though.
Okay. Where's our current jams?
We've currently got... Oh no, I can't tell. 65 up the top, next to the
Oh,
next
there
to
it
what
is, there it
appears
is,
to be
there
the
it is.
euro symbol.
Close enough. Yeah, yeah. How much?
A little bit
Okay.
cheaper.
How many should we buy?
I would bring it back up to 5 at minimum. I refuse to leave without 5.
Makes sense to me.
Also, there's a not so subtle reference to Berserk in this.
I mean, so many games have references to Berserk right now. Like, I'm not shocked.
Thanks, Dark Souls.
True.
Alright.
Okay. Is that it for here then?
You're gonna wanna... Yeah, I'd say that's about it.
Okay. There's a fun area.
Then you're gonna wanna... Then you're gonna want to head back north, I'd wager. There is more interesting stuff to the south, but it's not worth going down that way until you find the Salt Lions.
Okay. We'll go north, but we'll pivot over this way here so we can still see new area. Yes?
Yeah. And like, if you stumble upon the
Ready?
Salt Lions, 100%,
Wait, what?
stop in there and sleep.
Wait, what's attacking
I
us?
would just get out of there.
What is attacking us?
Chances are it's that boat it was that boat we probably just saw when we were docking. You're not going to want to fight it. It's got 300
Oh,
health.
hey buddy. How you doing?
You're going to want to leave.
Oh, there's another one there.
Full speed ahead.
Ow. We're fine. We're fine. They have... Huh? No, see, we're still fine. Yeah, I see. We're good. We're good. Never not had it. That was in the bag all the time.
Yep, totally.
Ooh, what's that? Oh, that's cool.
No, that's just one of the pyramids. Those are
Gosh.
really close to the salt.
The first time I played this, I was so excited. I thought that the way I was going to be getting money was by exploring and dredging up treasures and from shipwrecks and stuff. I thought that was like the whole point of the game. Then I started playing and it's like, oh, that's not even an option.
Well, it is if you've got the Submariner expansion, you can find shipwrecks and get stuff from that.
It was just one of those
Yeah,
expectations things.
Yeah, you'd think that, but no.
Just because they...
Instead, you get one of the greatest novels ever put into a video game.
And there's a pretty hearty list of those, to be fair.
Yeah. Looking at you, Planescape Torment.
I have not finished that.
And Torment Plains of... Oh! Salt Lions! As long as you don't get eaten by that giant crab there, so this is a good spot to come for work.
Ooh. There's no dock, though.
Yeah, there is on the other side.
Oh, okay. And Sealport. Whatever that is. Oh, wait, am I actually going to that port?
Yeah, go into that port. That's
Oh,
where
okay.
we're at. And as I don't know if you've got enough echoes on you, it'll be a shame if you don't, but this is a really well-paying job.
Two basalt beasts, cathedral-sized. They frown eternally at each other across the black waves. To the north one carries an encampment. Creeping human figures eat away at its features like rot. Picking. The supplies below. And what do we want to do?
Okay, check. So, mouse over the symbol of echoes. You need 200 echoes. That's a shame.
That's a billion. That's...
Don't worry, you can easily make that much back. You make more than that by running this job. That's like nothing. You run this job to completion, you make a decent amount of money.
Record the activities of the Unmakers, such as they are. Rite of stone and silence.
And talk to the Unmakers as well, because I think that they reduce terror a little bit.
Okay. I gotta ask, did you see my Bloodborne ASMR stream?
No, I did not, unfortunately.
I was literally Googling how to do an ASMR stream, like, pretty much right up to the start. It went well, honestly, but... It was an interesting experience. Wait, what was my... I lost the voice. We get funding from the bazaar... No. I lost...
That's dialogue, so... That's dialogue. I can do that, because these
Sure.
are muscular tool wielders, so... We get funding from the bazaar, it's true, but Station 4, I wouldn't call us Station 4, it's a little grandiose. The zones are stuffed with secrets, but most of them are used as garden, statuary, or occult ballast. Most of them. Some go down to the places under the bazaar. Or tea cakes!
What a delight. Okay, so that's it we can do. Okay.
Alright, and then once you've got a bit more money, come back here and carry Sphinx Stone to London. It pays really, really good.
Okay. And we'll cut back over this way.
Unfortunately, it looks like it's a bit of a hell run. But you'll have enough money to be able to afford fuel. And possibly upgrade your weaponry. Which is one of the first things I would recommend doing.
Ooh, there's a ship over there.
Because that piddly little pea shooter you've got on the front of your ship ain't gonna sink anything.
Yeah, it sank a crab. That was good.
It sank a crab.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know what this ship is. Should I shoot it?
It's another pirate corsair, I'd wager, if it decides to engage you.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a pirate corsair.
Ooh, I missed. Come back here. Come back here. So what's up with the... Oh, a beacon. So do I need... What happens if I wait for this to get full? So I can fire...
Chance, that's all.
Oh, I gotcha. Oh, it's flickering. Okay. Well, we're not hitting terribly well. Probably because I need to actually get him in my... Okay. You know what? We're just gonna head out then. This is not working as well as we'd hope. Yeah, no.
Nope.
We're not hitting things.
It's time to leave. But yeah.
Yep.
The best weapon you can buy in the game only costs something like 250 echoes.
Oh, that's not so bad.
For front-facing weapons. And this, thankfully, this doesn't have the issue that Sunless Skies has, where you have to have a certain stat. Oh, Mutton Island, by the way, I think you can get a port report there as well.
This Quaker's Haven, you mean?
Yeah, Quaker's Haven. It's on Mutton Island.
Sure, why not? I mean, I just see Quaker's Haven. Crab! Crab!
Why are you so excited about the crab?
Because crabs are great.
What? Why is that like the most kobold thing I've ever heard you say? Crabs are wet. They're like insects, but wet.
Right? It's perfect.
Alright, I'll handle this one.
Sure.
Quaker's Haven. Once, this simple fishing village was part of the London suburbs, before London fell and the waters rushed in. Smoke spirals from cottage chimneys, a lonely hill rises behind town. Drink at the Cock and Magpie. There's only one public house on the island. The Cock and Magpie is famed for its local cider and, of course, the Z food. Explore the shore. Wander a little way along the shore. Chat to the fishermen. They sail the Z around the island. They mend their nets by the harbour. They see all that happens here. but you'll need a coin to. You need to scroll down a bit more.
There you go.
But you'll need coin to open their mouths. This is the hilltop above town. There's not much on the Untersee. There's not much wind on the Untersee, but Mutton Island, Mutton Island suffers eerie gusts and buffets from an inexplicably local fragment of weather, and the air on top of the hilltop sometimes carries interesting scents. And buy supplies from the dockside stall. A rosy-nosed merchant is well stocked with crates of mushrooms and dried fish. It's the best you can do here. And buy fuel from a dockside store. A woman with soot-stained lips has crates of coal to sell. What's she doing eating the coal?
I mean, yeah.
It's crunchy, yeah, but what's she doing that?
Also, it's good for brushing your teeth.
Yeah, I know that. But let's also keep in mind, right? Is what thinking about this era in time, people either wouldn't be brushing their teeth or it would be sugar and gunpowder toothpaste.
Yeah, gunpowder or coal. I mean, both were common. What do we want to do here? I mean, wait, there's a bookport? No.
I would do visit the hilltop. Typically speaking, low risk. The ones that have challenge stuff to them tend to have good rewards, or better rewards rather. Toasting the wind, you stand on a cliff top, looking over the little village. Smoke from the chimney of the cock and magpie drifts straight upwards. As you watch, the smoke tilts. The sudden wind thins into a pencil smudge, then nothing. The wind screams unexpectedly, like a god cut in half. What a noise! It must be the caves around the island channeling the air. At least that's the most comforting explanation. Below you, the locals each take nips from a shared flask and make a toast towards the mainland. The wind is a southerly.
You're just overwhelmingly excited to say that word on my channel, I can tell.
What, cock?
Moving on.
Don't you want drinks at the cock?
Okay.
That's right, time passes on this island when you interact with people, so... I think Chat to the Fisherman gives you the port report, and then the Cock and Magpie can reduce, terror.
Okay.
But it also costs money. Both of them cost money.
Well, we need money to buy supplies and, food, because we're out of both. But we can get the
Thankfully, the more
report.
dangerous... One echo. There we go. That's worth it. That's at least one fuel for one echo. It's not bad.
Are they? Oh. Pirates plying the
pretty sure
waves,
the,
smugglers at their work, carnate ships putting in to resupply.
Hold up now. Who's the one who's reading the Quaker's Haven narration here?
It was you until you stopped doing it.
Pirates plying the waves, smugglers at their work, carnate ships putting in to resupply. Nothing dramatic, but enough to interest the Admiralty.
Alright, to glory. As long as we make it back. We're totally killing the crab on the way.
Plus, you can burn supplies on the way. If you need fuel, you can burn supplies.
So is it worth waiting?
Also out of supplies.
Is it worth waiting for 100% accuracy?
It can be,
Ow.
depending on the enemy.
So is it scaling?
I wouldn't say it's worth it.
Okay.
I have no idea. I've never been able to figure it out. I would butcher it for supplies, honestly.
Because like if it's 75%, if it's like 50% here and then 100% here and then it scales in between, I could take 75% chance shots all day long. Otherwise,
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure it scales, but
oh, we don't have any salt.
Yep.
Okay.
We're out of supplies and we're out of fuel, so you better hope you can get back to London quick.
I mean, we've got this. Yeah, no, we'll definitely get to London. We're fine. Oh yeah, I should turn off the light. No, we'll get there. We'll get there. Gosh, I still can't believe that I lost that one game in the harbor. Like, I couldn't ask for a better streaming moment, but like at the same time, oh my gosh, that was just like, frustrating to absurdity.
It's impressive that you managed to do that.
Like, I could be an expert at this game and try to set that up and not be able to do it.
You'd be surprised how often it happens, though.
Mm-hmm. Oh, an offer of assistance. Ahoy, Captain. Oh, no, no, heck off. We're fine. Yeah, we
we've
have
still got enough fuel to be able to get into.
Yeah, we're fine. We got plenty of... You are fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing to even worry about.
Fuck off the ground.
Oh?
An offer of assistance. All right, you have nothing to hide.
Wait, what now?
Just let them do their worst. You've got nothing to hide. Just let them do their worst.
Oh, we've been selected for inspection. Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, we don't have anything to hide, so sure. They roam through your decks like wolves. They tear through your belongings like termites. But at last they leave. Fair enough.
Collect messages from the Harbour Master. That one's a good one.
Sure.
Someone wants to sign on. Ooh, you can get a surgeon.
That sounds like a good plan to me.
A surgeon you can start a sadomasochistic relationship with.
Yeah, bye. Consider a specialist surgeon. She's staying at a respectable boarding house near the docks, and has made it known that she is available for work. I specialize in amputations. It's easy to acquire unwanted appendages at sea. I have... Okay. Sure. Welcome aboard. Wait. Oh. That's many.
Oh, no mind. I would recruit her. She's worth the money.
Okay, but now we can't buy fuel.
No. So. Go into the shops.
She comes with a bag of knives and her own personal sharpening stone. Don't touch these. Don't let anybody else touch them either.
See, for some reason, I picture the Cladery heir having an Irish accent.
Don't touch these. No, I get female Irish accent.
Don't touch these. Don't let anyone else touch them either.
Sure, let's go with that one.
All right, you're gonna want to pop to the. You're gonna want to.
London Admiralty Survey.
Yep. You're also probably gonna want to sell your advice for captain's book.
We just go through all these, right?
Yep.
Oh boy.
5. No fuel for that. That's okay.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, that's cool, but we got fuel. We're fine. Okay, we got some echoes off that. We got extra fuel. That seems like a pretty good option. Okay. Oh, we're up to 50 now. That's almost acceptable levels. And we take the little gift now.
Click on advice. I wouldn't just yet. Click on advice for captains. Scroll down.
I think isn't this just tutorial stuff?
It is, but there's also got another use.
Oh. Sell the book?
Sell your book, and you get 50.
Oh, wow.
50 echoes for it.
Nice.
Alright, if you want to go for a little gift, you can. You get some fuel for it, but you also owe a criminal a favor.
I mean, that seems fine. Ah, very fine evening to you, Captain. Let's call them a mentor, is very fond of adventurous sea captains and would like to offer you, let's call it a dispensation, on account of him being so fond of you. Sure. Yes, you are a friend. We have 15 hold space. I assume we do, seeing as we don't have anything. Wait.
Yeah, we've got more than enough.
Well, my patron hopes that you find these little gifts to your liking and expects you will, perhaps, call on them someday. At the Medusa's head? And when that day comes, we'll make you a very warm welcome and give you any safe conduct you might require. Oh, good evening to you. He salutes and is gone. Okay.
And
That's a lot of fuel. Oh my
11
gosh.
fuel, 10 fuel, and 5 supplies without
That-
spending a cent.
That's incredibly worth it. Nothing could ever possibly go wrong.
He might stab you later.
I mean, he probably would have stabbed us later anyways, so is it really any loss?
No, if you don't start down his quest line, he won't stab you. Head to the shops now.
Shops. We have 13 fuel, so I think we're good. What does a flare even do? Ah.
It just lights up the area and increases the speed of your firing. Scroll down. I can't remember which store it is. I think it's the Wolfstack trade exchange, the Wolfstack exchange, I'm pretty sure. But I'm pretty sure you can sell your honey to them.
Oh, yep, 20
You can
echoes.
sell a firkin of prisoner's honey for 20 echoes.
Excellent. Now, is there
No,
actually
but
the
no.
ability to do a trade ship where you can buy stuff in one area and sell it at a better price?
Yes. Yes,
Nice.
that is actually an entirely viable system. There is even a ship specifically designed with that in mind.
That sounds pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, it's expensive, but yeah.
You gotta spend money to make money. That's how it works.
Yeah, I know. I would look through all the stores and take a look at all of their stock, by the way.
Okay. 5 supplies actually seems okay. We haven't needed much supplies.
Yeah, you don't use
Surplus.
up supplies very quickly.
We already have that gun. Is there any value in having 2 guns?
No, because each gun fits into a different spot.
We could spend almost all of our money to upgrade to a better gun.
I wouldn't. I would wait until you can afford a high quality one, honestly.
That makes sense.
Because you can see the stats in the slot that they fit into on when you mouse over them. So like the deck weapon is your main weapon, and I'm pretty sure that I don't think this gun has a forward weapon slot anyway.
I thought all of our weapons were okay. Caminus yards. We are clay. Huh. Well, we don't have clay, I guess?
Yeah, you can find them on an island. I don't remember which one it is, but
It's weird that it lists this as a selling option when we don't have it. I mean, like, some of the stuff it makes sense where it has buy or sell, but that's something that's seemingly a storyline-based thing.
If you're gonna, yeah, but you could also randomly have it already. It's possible. If you're gonna get a gun, honestly, my recommendation is the Bandersnatch. Wait until you got 600 echoes.
Oh.
Oh, not the Bandersnatch. Is it the Hell Thrasher? One of them. Yeah, I think it's the Hell Thrasher. Basically, what that thing does is it obliterates anything it shoots at.
Okay. Well, that sounds delightful.
I've sunk pirate ships in a single shot with that.
Nice.
Granted, I also had insanely high iron, and I was sailing a dreadnought at the time, but still.
Iron and misery. Oh, we can upgrade the engine here. I mean, we can't upgrade the engine, but we could upgrade the engine. Now, is there a stat for engine efficiency? Like, are some of these... Yeah, okay, fuel efficiency plus 10. Nice.
Yep. And chief engineers also increase fuel efficiency.
Oh. Oh, glass... Okay, so this is stat up stuff.
That's your lights, basically, but they change your stats slightly, and they affect how things look.
Okay.
So, like, if you want a really, really bright light on the front of your ship, that'll also affect your stats. It's weird, but you know, it's not as bad as what's it called? Sunless Skies, which directly ties the ability to use my brain just stopped working. Give me a sec. Which directly ties your ability to use certain weapons to certain stats. you wouldn't want the Steam launch. That's a bad idea. If you want to play trade a little further down, just underneath the cruiser, which is below you.
Requires
There's a
2K.
cut up there. Scroll down a bit further. There it is. That's the one. The Caligo class merchant cruiser, which is 7,000 echoes, has a 120 hold capacity.
That's many. What's our current 40? Wow, yeah. That
Yep.
seems pretty worth it.
And some ships give bonuses to certain stats. So the Dreadnought, for example, gives a massive bonus to iron. So if you're going to go out killing monsters and stuff, the Dreadnought is a really good choice.
Are we headed towards the
Unfortunately,
Admiral?
the Dreadnought is also if you want, but there's not really much point.
Okay, onwards then.
Yep. Where to now? Guider's Morn is a good choice. And that's not far from Home Waters, but this game does a really bad job of explaining what Home Waters is. Typically speaking, the Guider's Morn, which is where they've got a strategic report that they want you to get, typically tends to be sort of to the south of the Salt Lions, where the Salt Lions currently are.
Oh, we could manual save when docked. I see. You know what? That makes sense. That's a fair way of doing it. It makes it save as like a checkpoint system then. I'm okay with that. Alright, so we're headed southish?
Yep.
Southeastish or eastish or...
I'd say southeastish. I'd head towards the Salt Lions and then head southeast from there.
Sounds good to me.
At least in my experience, that's usually where Guider's Morn is.
Okay.
And then once you've gotten 200, you can start doing the Salt Lions run, which I'm pretty sure gives you like 500 echoes per run.
Oh, it's repeatable?
Yep, it's repeatable about... It's 2 to 10 times that you can repeat it.
Oh.
Because the last time that you run it, you get a quest, which will send you off into a very interesting place. You will discover the Grand Geode, which has one of the single greatest interactions with your logbook ever.
Oh?
When you start getting close to it, it has a fantastic interaction because you have to sail to you have to sail very close to the Unterzone. I think it's called that. I don't fucking know.
Oh, I see something in the water.
It's probably a crab. With the way that it's moving, I would wager it's a crab. No, typical kobold! Ocean bug!
We're gonna eat the bug. Oh no, we're gonna get eaten by them.
It's
oh,
the
wait.
one that you were shooting at before, too! I would probably full speed ahead, honestly.
Oh, okay. Bonk. Oh, I forgot to heal the hull.
Oh no.
Is that bad?
That is very bad.
Okay.
Especially if the ship's engines explode.
Well, we're fine. Everything's fine. Why is the temperature in Fahrenheit?
Thankfully, because it's old Britain.
Hmm.
Remember the sensible non-imperial way of measuring things didn't come about until fairly recently.
So let's see what we find.
But yeah, you can. I think you've got enough favors from the Admiralty that you can get a full repair for next to nothing next time you go back to London.
That will be a good idea. I kind of wish the game had an autosave, but right now it makes sense that it doesn't, because we didn't officially declare that we wanted saving to be a thing, I guess?
Yeah.
Because the game defaults to pure roguelite, right?
Pretty much, yeah. I wouldn't even call it a roguelite, honestly.
What? Why? No, I don't want to be in combat. I don't know why that popped up. What do we have here? Oh, there's a ship. It's gonna eat us. I don't want it to get eaten.
That's another Arceus class Corvette.
Okay.
Some distance to the south.
We need to get more stories so we can get more mind reads in. I gotta say, I am enjoying this. Are you enjoying this?
I am, yes.
Great.
This is definitely the worst part of trying to play, Sunless Seas, though, is trying to find places like Guider's Mourn.
You know, I was talking with one of my friends who was like, you know, who tried to stream this, and they were like, oh, it was a terrible experience because it's so slow paced and like it doesn't fit their style of streaming at all. And it's like, this kind of fits my style of streaming pretty well. Just idling with chat, reading all the dialogue, thinking about the lore. I think this, you know, is actually a surprisingly good fit for me. But it's not, you know, not everyone could. This would be a good fit for. That much is very true.
Yeah, no. Anyone who plays a high action sort of channel probably wouldn't.
I found a shark.
Fit for it, and you're going to want to avoid that because that thing will mess you up.
Okay. Well, it doesn't see us, so we're fine. We'll sneak around here. See? Fine. No problems whatsoever. Reef of Roses is pretty. I like it.
It is.
Also, the shark...
The further away from London you get, the more esoteric and, I guess, fantastical the world becomes. On the far side of the map, for example, there's basically a giant coral palace.
That sounds awesome. I did see the Crystal Palace. Oh, a dock.
Nice. What's that for? Please be Guider's Mourn. Oh, that's it. I was literally just talking about it, I think.
Yay! All right. And
There's also an extremely weird castle further along, like at the very far edge of the map, where you can pray to an unknown god. Oh, nice. Okay, so that's what it's for.
Okay, we will save the game.
Nice.
Do you want this one or do I?
This is mostly non-human stuff, so maybe I will handle this.
Okay.
The Fathom King's hold, like an iceberg, like a Bazaar Master's scheme, like the myth itself. Most of the hold is invisible. You'll see only a tiny portion of sculpted coral. The rest waits below the surface. The Fathom King's bone rooms and aquaria, his pearl snares and his dining chambers. Descend to an audience with the Fathom King. The Fathom King is the lord of the drownies, those dead who won't stop swimming. By some account, he's the lord of all who die at sea. Bring him a story to tickle his curiosity. But surely, perhaps your sailors would like to take the air ashore.
Don't do that.
Oh. You sure?
Don't do it.
Counterpoint, I did just save.
That's true. Trade for drowning pearls. The drownies have a peculiar appetite for scintillac, silvery northern coral. They whisper and giggle as they haggle and compile a port report. The porter watches you right. She says nothing.
So we want that.
Yep. All right. We'll let our people go. So those granted audience return dazed, awestruck. The king is not generous, but occasionally he is fair.
Shore leave?
Yeah, we'll give him shore leave.
Captain, I walked on the shore at the edge of the coral caps. The drownies sported there. They called my name. They said if I could join them, if I partook in the feast. Their eyes were red pearls. Captain, I dare not sleep. There's such a hunger on me. So that was bad.
Yeah, I told you not to do it.
But we got a fragment, so yay, worth it.
It's not even worth it.
It's fine, everything's fine, we're all fine. I guess onwards. Oh heck, that's the wrong button. Crap.
I'd probably head north. explode, 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 explode.
No, we're fine. Everything's fine. We can't
Teach the
explode.
lizard a lesson for not learning that it's L, not F.
Uh-oh.
What is with these ships?
There's a lot of ships, and they're very rude, and I don't like them, and they're not my friend.
What the hell? I like ran into like not even half this many whenever I played, except after I got the dreadnought, and then because I was specifically hunting them down. It was just like boats everywhere. We're going to kill everything.
Do you still move when your map is up?
I have no idea. I genuinely don't know. I've been trying to figure it out.
Oh, I found Obey.
Obey. It's it's polythreme. Oh, and that's where that tomb colonist that we picked up.
Oh,
earlier
yeah.
ago.
Yeah, progress. We're getting progress done. Oh, Testern here is screaming.
Screaming!
Testern.
Evasive clothes colonies walking like humans, cobbles that groan underfoot, on the hills above, and palace built of marble, but even not rise like buried bones in an earthquake.
You're chewing a couple words there, but it's all good.
Expect talking rocks to sound like.
Let's see. Some of those were so close to words, just not quite.
What do you expect from someone who can sing death metal?
That's fair. You know what? This time it'll go well for sure.
Well, it says it's gonna reduce it.
Yeah, this is great. This is a good idea. We're making good choices here.
We've lost one terror.
Beer than whales from cups that sob, if you like that sort of thing.
Oh, I don't.
Easy was great. Under other circumstances, your crew might have been happier.
It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. We're all fine here.
Gather intelligence. That's a port report, I'm pretty sure. Carry claymen to London gives you 6 claymen, which I'm pretty sure you can sell.
Yeah, that was sold for a good amount. I think it was sold for like 200.
Are they passengers or cargo? They're certainly the easiest passengers imaginable, unless one turns out to be an unfinished man.
Nah, that's not gonna happen to us. We're fine. That's not gonna happen to us.
We're gonna have 100% good luck.
Yeah,
All 6 of them are gonna be unfinished.
we are never punished for our mistakes on this channel.
Never ever.
Never.
They're troop aboard. Each one lies down in its appointed position next to the other, nested snugly, head by foot. We are for London!
Again, what did you expect talking rocks to sound like?
I have no idea. Okay.
An audience with the king with the 100 hearts. Gather intelligence. That's how you get a port report and ask about the House of the Keel for the unsettled.
That's where we ask about the king?
The city cries out, roads roil, bricks quiver, the windows of all the buildings flash like eyes. The palace above the city swells and roars. This convulsion is how Clayton and are born. Even now, somewhere below, they open their blind, seeming eyes.
Rocks roil, bricks quiver. The windows of all the buildings flash like eyes. The palace above the city.
Roads royal, bricks quiver. Colonel. Roads royal, bricks quiver. The windows of all the buildings flash like eyes.
Hi, Hisa. That you know,
Colonel, I'm trying to say that, but the road's royal and the bricks quiver.
Yeah, I think that would be my lead. Would just be that super dry, but like I understand that you're going for the death metal thing, and I think that works really well for you. But like my line read for that would be the dryness.
I would wager you either go for really dry or you might go for some vocal. Vocal.
Yeah, as long as I can enunciate during that's not even the easiest. Rocks royal, bricks quiver, the windows of all the buildings flash like eyes. The palace.
Bricks quiver.
Yeah, that's the yeah, no, you lost it. You know, just
the windows of all the buildings smash like that.
you're gonna like break through to the other side and find the enunciation like somehow. You're just gonna get there. You're gonna find it. It's gonna be there for you.
You can't guess that I used to do death metal, can you?
Even now, somewhere below, they opened their blind, seeming gray eyes. Yeah, I don't know. That's... Oh yeah, and if anybody watching is actually wanting us to get to the plot, sorry, we're just having fun with the voice acting. We're just chilling.
Yeah, but if anyone watching desperately wants the story to advance, joke's on you. This game doesn't have a story.
Okay. So how do we get the person to the person? Because she wanted to be here and now she's here.
So the top one, we want to do the top one.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
The claymen profess ignorance. The benches wail too much to be sensible, but there is an ancient, long-winded harbor wall that remembers. Those of the kill made exiles of themselves. It says in deep, crotchety tones. They boarded their ships and took to the sea. Then far from land they took access to their ships, sank them and followed them, man, woman, child, into the depths. In abysses they built their fathomless churches and resumed their worship of Lady Black, spirit of the deeps. The unsettled salvager holds onto the arm for support as you walk back to your ship.
You're up.
Oh, right. Sorry. I need to dive again.
She whispers.
Grant me a suit. Oh, please, Captain.
You do not have one in your possession. You could allow it.
Yeah, we do.
Next time you
But we do, though. We totally do.
We absolutely do have one. The game is just lying to us.
No, it says we do. You misread.
Wait, you do have one in your possession.
Yeah, no, we're good.
We're good. Let's do this.
Also, I think that
Corpsey, get off me boat.
I think that the staccato helped your enunciation a lot in those reads. Like, making it a bit sharper, and I think that was real good.
Ugh,
I liked it.
Part. Just wait. If we find the postal service island, you're going to get to hear me voice a Skaven.
Well, that was going to be the plan with Vermintide.
Yep.
All right,
Yeah,
so
we need to find the island of unsorted mail if we're going to do that.
all right, so we are good to go back to London now, right? Or at least try.
Yeah, we should be. If we head straight there, we shouldn't die. Got enough fuel that we should be able to make it straight there.
Oh, Scavenger has requested a suit, so that means she may.
Just set it off. Needs permission. Yep.
Yeah, by all means, head down. You help the Okay. You help the Salvador don the heavy diving suit. The two of you are alone on the deck. Your crew has refused to be present. Once dressed, the Salvager clanks over to the gap in the railing. She stares down at you. Wait there. She stares down into the black before.
Down at you. Wow, she's tall. Are we sending Lady Dimitrescu down to the bottom of the ocean?
Absolutely. That's the best place for her. She holds her hand over her heart and leaps backwards off the deck. The apocalyptic spray bursts from the calm sea. Exactly 21 minutes later, the line goes taut. You drop the line, but there's no one in the suit you drop. Only ancient axes and whatever that word is, discolored by salt, tied to the suit with strands of kelp. Adzes?
Well, I mean, you've got yourself some outlandish artifacts. Those are worth something.
I mean, yeah, no, that's where I'll take it. Heck,
you killed a woman, but you got 5 outlandish artifacts.
I allowed her to embrace her destiny because that was her plan. That was her plan. So
I allowed her
no.
to embrace. I allowed her to embrace her destiny. Is just a very, very It's just an extremely diplomatic way of saying you killed her.
She dead.
Good job.
Yeah, no,
She dead.
she heckin' dead.
She did. She did.
Like-
she
like
got,
super
she got
dead.
Axed a question. She got axed a question.
True.
Hey, that coral formation kind of looks like a skull.
Huh? Wonder what happens if we go right into the mouth.
Oh my god, it's moving!
Yep, that's a laughing skull. Huh? Cool. I assume there has to be a quest there somehow. I assume like there has to be some sort of quest there, right?
No, there's just weird stuff like that all over the map that you'll find from time to time.
Hey, another
not
one.
even any purpose to it. It's just there.
Found another one. That one looks like a little bit more tormented. I guess it breaks up the sections of the enormous, empty
Well,
sea.
there's heaps of stuff like that throughout the game.
Mhm.
Good little things that you got to look for. Visual design in this game is probably the second strongest aspect to it behind the reading. Because let's be real, the combat kind of garbage.
I don't hate the combat. Did you ever play? Oh gosh, what was the game? What? No.
You're either about to be attacked by bats or a ship has noticed you and is going to destroy you.
Well, we're fine. We're fine.
Have I played what though? You were going to ask me something.
I think it was Space Pirates and Zombies, Spaz.
No, I don't think I have, but I have heard of it.
It's an older game, but
I would maybe not go in the direction of that ship.
it's fine. But no, the combat is like a slower paced version of Spaz.
Ah.
So, and I
Yeah,
played the
actually
heck out of that game
Actually
back in the
used
day.
to have a turn-based combat system.
That sounds actually kind of great, actually.
Yeah. Apparently they changed the combat system because the turn-based combat system they had was garbage. But like,
Oh, well.
it shouldn't matter what the combat system is in this game because at the end of the day, the combat is not what this game is about.
Yeah. I was playing Hand of Fate, and it had that same sort of feeling because, like, the combat was excusably bad because that clearly wasn't the focus of the game. But I have to feel like if they cut the combat from the game, it would have improved it.
Yeah, I feel like that's the case with Hand of Fate as well. Hand of Fate 2 actually massively improves the combat though.
Oh, Hand of Fate 2 is the one I'm talking about, actually.
It's don't ever play Hand of Fate 1 then.
Trust me, I'm not planning on it. 2 was fun.
No,
2 was fun, but yeah.
1 is garbage by comparison. 1 is still a perfectly good tabletop board game sort of thing. Yeah, you can get a report from here as well, which you can use to get more fuel and admiral favors. You can also trade admiralty favors for fuel.
Mm-hmm.
We may infer a Station 1 and a Station 2. We may conjecture a Station 4.
Machinery hums behind the high steel walls. Up the hill there are visible outlines of warehouses and a building with a spire. But the lamps are low, and where they burn at all, and your ship is the only one in the harbor. That was almost too deep. I mean, I can handle it deeper, but like, that was almost too deep for the tone. Yeah, let's grab a look, shall we?
That was almost too deep. That was almost too deep. When it's too deep to be comprehensible, it's too deep.
Oh, hey, I don't think anybody in... You know what? I would be shocked if anybody in chat here remembers my dragon stream. That was a long time ago. I did an entire stream in a fairly deep voice. Not this one. Where was it?
You did an entire...
Greetings. There it
In a tired,
was.
stern, and a fairly deep voice.
It was this.
Desperately trying to sell my corpse.
Not specifically.
Ruining
It
my
was.
life.
It was this voice, which was interesting.
You-girls are ruining my life.
Oh yeah. But it was an old state of the channel stream before I moved over to YouTube.
And since I wasn't, since I was sort of doing it entirely meta, I decided to switch into that and switch my avatar into like an actual the default face rig dragon. Back when face rig was not awful.
Ew, face rig.
Right? Yeah, big same, but
Oh, but even worse, ew, animes.
mm-hmm.
It's got like the second worst face tracking of all of them.
What do you say is worse?
I would say that face rig is worse.
Okay. I think it's the same,
Because
honestly.
animes is not a considerably better improvement. It's a slight improvement. It's a slight improvement, but it's not considerable enough to justify having to pay a subscription fee to stream with it.
Yeah, no, they just wanted to capitalize on,
VTubers.
VTubers
Because you
existing.
notice animes support for face rig ended about, I think it was Gen 3 of HoloLive JP,
Yep.
and then animes came out with better support for Live 2D because this
Mhm.
was before
Before Ian.
HoloLive decided to invest into 3D models,
Mm-hmm.
which I don't like their 3D models, I'm going to be honest.
They're okay. I mean, Roboru's is
The reason-
great. Roboru's 3D
the
model
reason
looks
why-
real good.
The reason why I don't like the 3D models is because they kind of look like MMD models.
Okay, you aren't wrong on that one. Have you seen Roboru's? His came out last month, I think.
No, I haven't. Is he's a Holo Star though, isn't he?
Yeah. He's Hollow Stars.
See, I don't watch much Holo Stars. That's the thing.
Miyabi is adorable. I will stand Miyabi all day long.
I also don't watch much HoloLive, to be honest. None of them are funny.
I like Ina. I like Ina's streaming style. The way she keeps the calm, comfy atmosphere in her streams is not.
Yeah, she's a comfy streamer. That's what we're discussing shop now. Welcome to the stream. The voice acting has ended. We're discussing what it's like to be VTubers.
We already
No,
went
you-
meta
you
when
get-
we started breaking character voices. We already went meta then.
That's true. That's fair. Wait, I don't even have a character voice. What do you want about?
Neither do I. Anyways, church or something else. No, but where was I? Church.
Church
Or something else.
else.
You stand on the high point of the ship and look to the shore. There's a steepled building on the horizon. By far the largest thing in sight. No cross marks on top of it, nor any other symbol you recognize. And that's about... Oh, we can
punch the gate. Sure, why not? 33% chance of success? What do you think?
Yep, sounds like a good gamble.
We got it.
No evidence. There's 28 faith.
Hey, we didn't die.
Yep, we're not dead. I consider that a win.
Yeah, let's punch on the gate.
Might as well try the gate.
No way in. Okay, well, onwards to London.
Yep. Hopefully we don't sink.
We're fine. I'm more worried about fuel than anything else, honestly. Crab.
Ocean bug. Time for some violence.
Yay. So we just need to hit it twice.
Yep.
Wow, we did not accurate at all. Oh no, it's attacking. Help! Crab attack. Why are we missing? Okay.
Why?
I'm gonna wait for it to be fully charged then. And... No. I'll just wait for it. We can... Good enough for me.
Wouldn't it just be the biggest shame if you got...
Oh.
Oh no.
We're fine. We got food right, like, you guys, you can see the food. You can see it. It's right there. Like, okay, hold on. Crew, look at it. We're fine. We have food right there. Don't worry about it. Yeah, we have crab rangoon.
We can eat crab. We can consume crustacea.
We have crab. We have rangoons. Let's go. Oh boy.
This is gonna be fun.
Well, they got spooked, but it's fine.
You spooked them, and they're hungry.
Well, not hungry anymore.
All right, we just gotta get.
Where are we? Oh, we're there.
Oh, the sisterhood. Okay, that's good.
We want to go there.
We can stop in with them for charity because they're nuns basically. So we've got to set up around them. But I've gotten food from them when I was about to run out before.
What is that?
It's a lighthouse.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, we don't really need. We're fine. We don't need anything. We're good to go. We're fine. We're all set. You want to take this, or shall I?
I'll take this one. A black spit of an island, far from anywhere anyone would want to go, and that's how the Sisterhood likes it. Here stands their fortress covenant. There are bear traps that look friendlier than this. Trade supplies. Resources are limited on this bleak rock. The Sisterhood will pay a fair price for supplies. Not a good price, mind. Compile a port report. It's unlikely to be eventful. Knock at the iron-studded gates with news. Perhaps they'll find it valuable. Go to the convent. Wait a while and see. Offer a gift. The Sisterhood respects two things: unswerving decades of fidelity to a wholly secret purpose, and the ability to shoot straight. Perhaps you can demonstrate the second. And search the surroundings. You can't be the first to come here.
Well, I mean, would they like a crab? Because we have crab trophies.
You can get hunting trophies from bigger things than crabs.
Boo.
You have to dissect them. If you succeed, you get a hunting trophy as well.
So, port report, yes.
I would compile a port report, I would knock at the iron-studded gates, and I would look around the island.
Nothing is happening. The sisters watch us. We feel their eyes. The sea crashes onto the rocks and withdraws. The fortress stands solid as it has for the past year of a century.
The greatest peril you risk here is a certain purpleness of prose.
True.
Yeah, well, I mean, to be fair, that's the greatest risk of this game.
Yep. But, like, that's also its appeal, so it's all good. Should we vibe with and watch?
The iron-studded. I'd knock at the iron-studded gates with news.
Hi.
The muscular prioress, the abbess's lieutenant, comes to the door to listen. She nods and makes notes. Pays particular attention to news of marsh beast predations and the traffic of the rooftops. In return, she offers a rather perfunctory blessing, but the blessing reassures your crew. You have lost 2 terror. Thank.
That's not that much lost, actually, I don't think.
That's still
better than not losing it, true. Search?
Search the surroundings can sometimes give you supplies, so... You follow tracks into a sea cave.
Oh, wow.
Someone has stored food, supplies, and ammunition, which can't be the nuns. These crates have a carnage look. The admiral... and money! When we finally get back to... You can sell the strategic information to the Admiralty for decent money. It can't be the nuns. These crates have a carnage look. The Admiralty will want to know about this.
Yeah, and we got... Who was that? And we got a torpedo thingy.
Component, which is ammunition for torpedo weapons.
Oh, once per game, something pleasant will happen. Neat!
Yeah.
One
last one, watch the convent. Might as well. Dangerous training. Like huge and deadly herons, the sisters stalk along the very tops of the walls. You watch through a spyglass as they leap and whirl, slashing at each other with a variety of frightening weaponry. God! One of them just turned a somersault. Are these the sisters Repentia from friggin' Warhammer 40k?
Mayhap. I know nothing about 40k. But I'll take your word for it. Oh wait, we can trade supplies now.
You've got 5. Would you really want to do that though?
Nope.
Do I want to be broke or do I want to be dead? Well, in this game, they're kind of the same thing, but
Haha, capitalism. Wait, what? Onwards.
Capitalism! Jolly good show!
What voice is that? I don't know even know what you were going for.
Yeah,
Meh!
capitalism!
Eh? Meh, capitalism.
No health insurance for you!
Oh, it hurts. Ah. Okay. Yeah, I know.
Alright, we're nearly home. We're not dead. Yeah, welcome to London.
So somewhere between the like Snidely Whiplash and I don't even know.
It's me, you
Oh.
blundering fool, Skeletor.
Flawless, flawless.
Beastman, you fool. Oh, a beetle has invaded the morsel of ship's biscuit. It waggles its antenna impertinently.
Hmm. Well-
Singular. Well, I mean, you're a kobold, so I mean, it replaces,
yeah.
it replaces the biscuit you'd be eating. So
Yeah,
that's
you eat the wheel first and then the biscuit.
You splatter the beetle and you spread it on the biscuit like butter on toast. You've nothing to hide.
Yeah. They leave scuff marks on the newly scrubbed decks and take a great pleasure in tangling the rigging. They find nothing more dangerous than the moldy ship biscuit. Well, yeah, they found the ship biscuit with a beetle in it. Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah.
Got it?
Breath of relief. Ah.
As soon as the
Yeah, okay.
gangplank touches the quayside, the terrors of the deep Z lighten. Walk taller, smile more readily, but what dreams may cling? Ah, terror is always reduced to 50. Oh, I see. Neat. Good
And
to
then
know, good to know.
If you collect messages from the Harbour Master, you can reduce your terror a little further. The blind bruiser attends to business. Someone wants to sign on.
Okay. Oh, good evening, Captain. Oh, and what a marvelous evening it is, if you don't mind my saying so. And given my impression that you are an obliging sort, I imagine you will not mind that at all, will you? And since you are so very obliging, you wouldn't mind taking a little detour via Mount Palmerston with a few articles of cargo? You know, if you happen to be in the area. The cheery man will, of course, cover your expenses for this trifling inconvenience. I mean, sure, yeah, this guy's friends. This guy's our friend, right? Like, we like him, he likes us, yeah.
I would actually suggest that you go for asking if there's another task you can perform instead, as I've done that and I didn't get stabbed after doing it.
Oh, I see you're hesitant. Perhaps you find Mount Palmerston unbearable? Ah, well, who could blame you? Well, if you have the vinegar, there's another matter which you might be able to assist me with. Yes, I think this would be a very suitable matter for you indeed. Very, very suitable. Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, wait, it actually starts up here. You know, Captain, I must say, of all the sea captains I've met lately, it seems to me that you have a knack for these sensitive matters, and that you might be able to help my patron. He's an introspective gentleman, and he's been reflecting on his life, and lately he's come to regret the things from years past, and he'd like to set things right. But to do so, he needs that mistake brought home to London. He'd like her returned with every tooth still in her head, if you could. It would be certain to reward you with a generous dispensation, as generous as yourself, for committing to yourself to do for him such a kindness. I have no idea where those extra words came from. They just sort of happened.
They just sort of came out of nowhere. Ooh woo.
Ooh.
How cursed have we made this stream with that?
I mean,
Okay.
real question.
And naturally, you're going to
Bill-
want to accept, because he will stab you if you don't.
Oh, of course. I mean, well, this guy's a friend. Like, this guy's a friend. I mean,
He's a this lad's a good. He's a good lad.
yeah, exactly. Oh, kindly thanking you, Captain. What? What?
Okay, yeah. I'm just. We're gonna complete a couple of jobs. We're gonna get a couple of jobs. From this.
Oh, kindly thanking you, Captain. We would like you to receive someone who's been a sore spot in my patron's heart. They called her the Last Constable around here before she fled. We've had reports of her investigating scoundrels of all sorts at the Iron and Misery, spying on the pirates in Gator's Morn, and keeping the peace in the Khan's heart, and watching the dead in Venderbite. Oh, she gets around. She's a real hard worker, that one. It's in her blood, you see. Again, don't let her come to harm. If you can help it. We can be understanding, though. I like this character. This character, I like his personality. Like, I like the way that he's, kind of overbearing on the I'm a good person and this is all just how things go. Like,
I'm a real stand-up kind of fella, but I can make an exception.
Yeah, I love that, and I love the voice I'm rolling with it too. Like, that just so
Unfortunately, what this ultimately
painfully
means is that
earnest.
you're going to be responsible for killing a cop.
I see.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Oh, you can get a tattoo now.
Tattoo. Oh, that's true. Sure. 1 echo? Heat.
It costs 1 echo, but it also costs a story type. So
Yeah, the Tale
you
of
can
Terror that
increase
we
your
have.
iron with a Tale of Terror. You can keep scrolling. There's a couple more. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'll deal with reading this one. I'll deal with reading this one once we've read through. That way, you know which one you're going to pick, because they're not really worth reading through with how little they actually have written under them.
So permanent iron and cure 25. Oh, they all cure terror. Iron, veils, mirrors, hearts, pages.
I wouldn't do pages because the item that you've got, which is strategic intelligence, is. Oh wait, that's moves in the great game, but still.
I was gonna say we can't do that
one's
anyway,
also
so
worth
good.
a lot. Yeah. So anyway, we'll scroll back up to the top, and I'll read this one out.
Okay.
So, you're a real sailor now, after all. You could go to one of those tobacco and prey places by the docks, but the prices at Clattermont's are reasonable, and his daughter's a real artist, if you know what I mean. What sign will you choose?
So what are we doing?
I would pick iron so you can shoot things harder.
Sounds good to me.
The gold needle pricks, Lily Clattermont hums. The design is complete. Scales mapping your fingers like a gauntlet.
Cool.
Wear it proudly.
Oh, that's actually pretty cool.
The absolute uncontrollable joy at the concept of scaly hand tattoo.
Like a gauntlet. That sounds awesome. Like it's not like we're getting some band logo on our shoulder or something. It's like no, we actually have something that's going to be visible and stylish.
You get a tribal tattoo on your upper arm. The spy code is a QR code tattooed onto the back of your hand.
There you go. Oh, we have an urchin.
Adventurer it's not worthwhile because you won't have any of the stuff needed to continue that storyline.
Ah.
Dark Spectacled Admiral's worth going into. So, do you want to read the Admiral stuff?
I'll take the narration. You take the Admiral.
All right.
You're ushered into an office. You're ushered into his office off the mansion's pyre. A cramped room with a vast desk. He surveys you across that desk.
Ah, yes. The merchant captain of whom we hear such complicated things. Why did I do Sean Connery?
Just, you went for it, and you just like, I feel like you were going for something else in the first like 3 words, and then you're like, nope, this is Sean Connery now. I'm just going all in.
Ah, yes. Ah, yes. The merchant captain of whom we have such complicated things. You're a
Ah,
Highlander. There can be only one. Pass on strategic information. That one will get you a bunch of money. Or should do.
we need money. Oh, submit port reports first, right?
Yep, but you have to report them one by one. It basically functions like normal, so it doesn't really matter. So I would do the assistance with subsistence is a good one because you can get fuel for free.
Okay, we really need to work on our hull. So anything that gives us
Yeah.
money, I assume.
Scroll down.
Hade.
There. Admiralty yards will completely repair your hull and only cost
Ooh.
something like
25.
25 echoes.
Done.
You lost 24 echoes.
We found one.
Hull's completely repaired. Yep, alright, your hull quality is back up to full, and you can get yourself 2 to 3 more fuel by going through the Admiralty fuel yards, the fuel stores. Wait a minute, what? Oh, that's weird.
Oh, our ship's in good condition now, I suppose.
Yep.
Oh, we have the Clayman.
Alright, deliver the clay boys.
Oh, we should maybe turn in the port reports first.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter what order you do them in. Alright. Wait, no. Is that the Admiral? I don't feel like that's the Admiral.
No.
That's his aide.
Yeah, that'd be a... Yeah.
Everyone in the Admiralty station sounds like Sean Connery.
Excuse me. Wait. Excuse me, just let me call a colleague in. This is my colleague, Dr. Wilhine of the Ministry of Public Decency. Mr. Wilhine, this good captain's report is here. If you would like to... Yes, the fire is already lit. Yes, let us... There we go. Now only ashes remain. And it might have caused you such a lot of trouble. Thank you, Captain. We appreciate your discretion. And here's your payment. You need not trouble yourself further with this affair.
Whoa!
We got money.
Abbey Rock. 20 echoes.
We categorize it as a military installation. Yeah, we
Well,
categorize
I
it.
would too, considering.
Yeah, we categorize it as a military installation, you know. Although, it's been occasion for quite some vigorous debate, actually.
I'm gonna have a ton of fuel after this. That's good.
The king with 100 hearts. What a useful fellow. Without his exports, I'd be delivering my own coal. What's the old monster up to now? What's that? Oh, yes. I'll send you directly to speak to the Admiral himself. Oh.
I know we gotta scroll back down. There. Up a bit more.
Submit ports?
No, up. That's
What?
not it. That just takes us back. Pass on strategic information.
He's hard to read with these glasses, but he reads the summary intently,
Satisfactory.
he says at last.
Eminently satisfactory, actually. Good work. Take this for your trouble. The clerk will see you pay.
100? Wow, we have monies.
It's getting worse and worse every time I speak. Oh, yes.
Worse or better?
I don't think we've got any more ones left to do.
Right, so here's a question.
Deliver the Clayman. Deliver the Clayman next would be the next step I'd do. Yeah?
Or we could sell the Clayman.
Oh, crap. So they're a different item. Alright.
I mean, this is the good thing to do anyway, so we have to do the good thing, because we're good people, right?
Because we're good boys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we are so close to having enough to being able to buy the good gun. Do you want me to do the Clayman voice for this?
Absolutely. I'll take the narration. You just claiming up the rest of it.
Oh no, it's all narration and then one other female character.
Oh, I'll go for claiming then. Go for it. Yeah.
Yes, I'll do the narration and you do the dialogue.
Yep.
One by one they rise uncomplainingly, with no trace of stiffness or discomfort from the long voyage.
I wish I could sleep for a long time without any stiffness or discomfort, but I'm not that lucky.
The deck resounds beneath their heavy tread. True yard manager waits on deck, tapping her foot.
About time.
She says,
Here's your payment. Now come along. Now there's a good construct. Come on. Okay, fair enough.
All right, what else do we have that we can? Ooh, you can visit the university as well. You could also level up some of your stats, it seems.
I have stats.
Yep, you could talk to your, because if you talk to your officers, you can exchange secrets for stat.
Oh, yeah,
permanent
that
stat
thing.
increases.
Should we see the new recruit?
Might as well. It's the Brisk Campaigner. They're an officer. They're a doctor.
Oh, we already have a doctor.
Yeah, not worthwhile. Yeah, and Cladery Air is probably the best doctor you can get.
Neat.
Or you can engage a Zayla. Or you can just perhaps not.
Yeah,
You haven't lost any crew yet.
I think we're good with not. We have 2 slots and we
can
have
go
2
to the-
spaces we have open.
Yeah, and it'll be good once you get a Chief Engineer, because Chief Engineers increase fuel efficiency and engine speed sometimes, depending on who you get.
Sweet.
I would visit the university as well, because you can sell on weird stuff to the university.
The university has an inexhaustible appetite for secrets. See experiments,
The
specimens.
experiments.
Words.
Specimens.
Words. The university has an inexhaustible appetite for secrets, sea specimens, and other tidbits of esoteric lore. Esoteric lore. Provide a secret to prove yourself worthy of entry. Oh, yes. The university's maritime liaison whispers briefly. Oh, yes, this is quite the tasty one. Ah, shall I explain it to you? They explain, teeth glinting. Ooh, we are now a favor and okay. Okay. I don't know what that
Yeah,
means.
you can get cool stuff from them by giving them stories.
The alarming scholar is mercurial, to say the least, a creature of sudden moves and provoking teeth. I'm just going to go with they because is it her, as it seems condescending, honestly. Possibly their appointment was at the University Maritime Liaison was precautionary, to keep their razor-sharp enthusiasm from causing too many injuries in the faculty. Psst.
Do you want me to do the dialogue for the scholar?
Yes. The scholar whispers breathily.
I have a budget for acquisitions. What have you brought me?
Let's see. Oh, we have all these things? No, we have none of
and
these things.
I'm pretty sure that some of them unlock you, give you money too.
I'm a big fan of that. So we have Memory of Disinsurers, we have 2, and we have 5 of these artifacts. So yeah, have an artifact.
100 echoes. You can go and buy the health ration now, and you can get rid of all the outlandish artifacts for more echoes if you want.
I might actually. Psst.
Yes.
It's your line.
Oh yeah.
Something like that,
They declare.
but not very interesting. I have some ideas about suitable fees.
Yay. That's the same.
Oh, this is going to take a while to sell all of this junk.
Not terribly, because this is the same dialogue, so I just click.
I'm not going to reread it every time.
Oh, no, of course not. No. How many should we sell?
Or should I reread it, but in a different voice every single time?
If we sell all 3 of these, we can actually get the new ship, huh?
We could, yes.
What's this one sell for? Do 10? Ew.
Ew.
As the alarming scholar listens, tears well in the depths of those blazing and shining eyes. They overflow, splashing onto the desk blotter.
Stop!
They sob, at last.
This is too beautiful. Allow me to bring them a call of memories. I wish each individual tone recalled.
I think you have something in your I think you have something in your teeth from chewing on the scenery too hard.
This is too beautiful. Allow me to bring them a call of memories. I wish each individual tone recalled.
Ah. Okay. Should we sell the rest? I'm gonna sell the rest.
Yeah, I just sell them.
Oh. Are they?
Yeah, there's one more.
Okay. Sorry, just checking stream health.
1,045.
We're rich!
Interact with the scholar. Interact with the scholar again. Hold up. You might have enough favors with them to be able to redeem something. No, you do not. Okay.
Okay, but we're rich though.
Yep. I would actually. You need to check the shipyard for new ships.
So we could get
That's the exact same ship you've already got.
Perfect.
You can't afford the cutter yet.
But we can. So we should go for the gun.
Yeah, I would go for the Hell Thrasher. It's in Caminus Yards.
Caminus Yards. Health. Yep. This one.
I
Yes,
believe it's the Hell Thrasher. You need to hold mouse over the icon. Yep, deck weapon.
This one then.
Yep. It's in your cargo hold. It's next to supplies.
What? Oh,
The
oh,
top-
it's right there. Aha, neat.
And you can sell that one now.
Okay.
I believe you
One.
can sell it to to Caro. I'm pretty sure you sell it to Caro.
Sure. There we go. This one for 10 echoes.
Yep. Worth it. Totally. Yep. Total a waste of money and time.
All right. What else should we buy? Do we need to buy provisionings?
I would buy some more fuel and maybe some more supplies.
Good. Now we're stocked.
And then I would head back to Story because it turns out that we might have messed up something slightly.
Yay!
To London. Scroll down to the bot. And offer passage to a tomb colonist.
Again?
Pay a little bit. Yep. Plus, you've got stories at the surface which you can sell in vendor buy for a little bit.
Oh, that's true. Okay. Should we carouse?
I mean, yeah, if you want to.
There's no danger here. Just try to enjoy yourself. Strange night out. You wake in the back room of Gaston's lampery, head pounding. You had something to drink, but beyond that, it's a little hazy. Your knuckles are bloody. Your blood, you think. Your shirt's bloody, likewise. Probably not yours, unless your blood is slick and greenish. You've had better nights out. A difficult brew, Gaston says. Really? Gnomically? Huh?
Okay. Well then, if Gaston's speaking gnomically, I built a difficult brew. That's not a gnome. That's a pixie.
All right. We good to go then? Yes.
Yeah, and you should be able to sync pretty much everything that you come across now.
Let's manual save here. And launch. So we're going back up to the place.
I'd head up to Vendorbite, and then hopefully you'll have enough echoes from that to be able to travel down to the salt lines and get this salt shipping job, which pays really, really well.
And if we see anybody, we should blow them up.
Yeah, shoot them right in the face.
I figure we'll go for another fort. Go ahead.
Another 40 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, that works.
I usually keep my streams episodic so that people, because I usually do a lot of lore stuff,
Yep.
So I like to keep my streams usually around 2 to 3 hours, and then if somebody misses one and they can catch up before the next time I stream. I never stream the same game 2 days in a row, so that if somebody misses one and they want to catch up.
I've got the same rule. I'm never gonna stream two days the same game 2 days in a row. Unless I'm like pulling a 24-hour stream, that's a different story.
Hey buddy. Should we shoot them?
Absolutely we should shoot them.
Boom! I'm beginning to think that, this...
I'm beginning to think that the gun doesn't work.
Okay. Loot and scuttle. We got some curiosities, at least.
Yep, let's hope that we get something worthwhile from it.
More honey.
More honey. Slurp that honey, start hallucinating.
Can we actually chug it?
No, we can't. Be hilarious if you could, though.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, then. Benderbite. Is there a storyline for the ferret? Like, I feel like the ferret has a quest.
There is.
There has to be like a secret quest for the ferret.
Maybe there is. Maybe the ferret ties into the. It's one of the I've only managed to finish the game maybe once, and that was doing wealth. That's why I said it's the easiest to win with. But maybe the ferret ties into the founding your own kingdom thing or whatever.
Hmm. Ahoy!
Your passenger has been drinking.
Ahoy!
She chortles.
Defend yourself!
She launches a tipsy assault. Your crew hang back chuckling. Thanks, crew.
Oh wow, 100% chance of success.
Jeez.
I think they're going down.
An effortless defense. Tomb corners have a lifetime of bitter experience. Some of them are the deadliest combatants under the earth. Possibly this one is, when she hasn't drunk quite so much rum. You'll never... She salutes you, laughing after you disarm her.
Good fight, good fight.
She opines. Then she staggers backwards and falls over the side. You never do find what happened to her. The sweet. But at least you have her rather magnificent cavalry saber and her belongings.
You're a thief now, too.
No, she left them with us.
Oh. Oh, I've never had that happen to me with the tomb colonists. They always disembark peacefully.
That's amazing. Do we have something else to do here? Oh, we have this.
Yeah, someone's trying to get your attention. It'd be the... Ooh.
One of the tomb colonists takes an obvious interest in your crew, specifically the Cladery heir. Voiceless, the tomb colonist draws you a little way away from Cladery heir. Don't tell her you met me.
Wait, no, that works. That perfectly works.
That's spot on.
Her mother cut my voice. Hoped to fix it so I wouldn't be able to look for my daughter. So I wouldn't want to. It wheezes. Didn't work. Operations never. Completely effective. Need to know my daughter's well. Happy. Finding enough patience. Getting enough to eat and so forth. In exchange for the simplest news, he explains himself. I am her father, he says. Ordinary engineer. Not the sort of parent she would want.
But the sort of person we want in our friggin' crew.
Yeah, come on board.
Join our crew. We need an engineer. I won't tell the Irish woman that you're her dad. Search for the Last Constable. So the thing is that this one, you've got a ridiculously low chance of success, but the chance increases with each area you search. So
that makes sense.
We might find her here, or we might find them, or we've got a better chance. Yep.
Nothing but the newly dead. Inside the storehouses, you'll find coffins propped against the walls. And laid across the floor, you'll pry one open, cracking the half-rotten wood. An immaculately dressed corpse prowls within. It tries not to stir. You open another, and another, until one gently takes you by the wrist. We cannot truly die here. We cannot die truly here. But some of us would like to pretend. Won't you leave us in peace?
Okay.
Hot headcanon. All of the male tomb colonists sound like Jib from Morrowind.
Mm-hmm.
Outlander.
God, I really, really wish, or hope, I guess, that they finish Scott Morrowind in Skyrim engine. Because, you know, that was a project they were working on.
Skywind. Yeah, so do I. That'd be
Because
awesome.
because mods work in Skyrim VR, and I could play Morrowind in VR.
My biggest issue with that is that Skyrim is a really garbage RPG versus Morrowind, but at least the combat works in it.
The VR aspect actually helps a lot of things. Like the bow actually uses regular VR bow mechanics and works well. And throwing spells, like actually throwing fireballs, feels really good. So a lot of the combat mechanics that are kind of on the weaker side of Skyrim actually work better in VR.
Okay. VR makes me feel physically ill, so I'm probably
Oh,
never
well.
going to play it.
That's a shame. But yeah, my last Skyrim character was actually a healer, max restoration, and I used Inigo for as for combat, and I just kept him alive.
Who doesn't? Who everyone uses Inigo.
He's genuinely the best and best written and best characterized NPC. Like he's just really well. He's written in a way where you are still the main character, and yet he's still interesting. Because usually it's one or the other. Either you have a companion that ends up being more interesting than you, or
It's not
you have a
really hard
companion.
to be more interesting than the Dragonborn. So you either wind up with a really, really boring character, or you wind up with someone where you're just a side piece in their main story.
Exactly. And Inigo fixes that by actually being interesting, but in a purely supportive way. His character, story, and personality are always talking about you, and like not even in a pandering way, but just like talking about what you're doing. And he actually adds more characterization to you by existing. That's why everybody uses him, is because he makes the Dragonborn a more interesting character. Which is
Because the Dragonborn is garbage under normal circumstances.
because the Dragonborn is a blank slate. Blank slate characters are not inherently garbage. I'm going to stand by that. You could say the same thing for the protagonist in Fallout.
Unless they're Cloud Strife.
I'll accept Cloud because of the circumstances before I accept Squall. Deal?
That's fair. Squall is worse, but they're both
Like-
garbage.
Cloud's whole thing is like why he is the way he is. Like I'm not gonna like complain about his characterization because later what you find out in the late game,
There is an explanation
that
for why
is
he's
actually
a garbage
fine.
character.
as
Yeah,
opposed
There's
to
an explanation for why he's a garbage character, as opposed to
Yeah.
Squall, who's just, I'm sad, my friends died. Boo hoo hoo.
Squall, not so great a character.
My brother is more interesting than I am.
And, like-
Wah!
Or what is it? Is it his uncle? What's the relationship
Who,
between him
Laguna?
and Laguna? Yeah, because Laguna's the best character.
Laguna's his brother.
Is it his brother?
Laguna is his older brother.
Oh, the game gets weird and timeliney at the end. So yeah.
Yeah,
Anyways,
because Squall disappears from the future timeline for no reason, while Laguna creates a new kingdom or whatever it was.
So here's my hot take on Final Fantasy VIII. You ready for this?
Laguna's the best character?
They needed an extra disc.
Here's my hot take on Final Fantasy VIII. No amount of extra discs would have fixed the problem that was Squall's entire storyline. But I agree. Still.
That's reasonable, but the core storyline wrapped up too quickly. And if they spent more time on it, they could have made the storyline itself coherent.
My favorite part is that I don't even remember who the implied villain throughout the whole thing is. I don't remember their name.
Oh, it changes
all I
like
know
3
is that
times.
I know, but all I remember is that at the very end game, the big bad reveal is just Ultimecia pulls off someone else's skin like it was a Scooby-Doo villain.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like we've been fighting this villain for like half the game. We're finally gonna take them on and save the world, and then it's just like, haha, psych! It was actually me, this character who got referenced like twice in some obscure dialogue.
I agree, Michael. They needed a magic system because what they had could not be called a magic system. I agree with you. Yeah, that's fair. They needed a magic system and they just straight up didn't have one. Like they did not functionally have a magic system. And Quistis is good, but Quistis is mechanically identical to everybody else, and everyone is identical to everyone else.
Yeah,
but
the summon system was probably the best thing that Final Fantasy VIII did uniquely, in that you had more control over how the summons functioned, and like the limit breaks being like moves where you could hit button inputs to make them more powerful. That was an interesting idea that I would like to see them bring back in future games. But
yeah, I mean, yeah, the Gunblade using the Mario RPG style mechanics.
Yeah, I like that. That was a good idea. But
yeah.
Ultimately, you know, honestly, 8's combat system was the worst.
I can agree with that.
Because it was so confused.
Well,
because I already hate the active time battle system. I already hate that. I already think that's stupid. But like either give us an action game or give us a turn-based game. Don't try
6
and
pulled
marry
it
the
off.
two ineffectually.
6 pulled it off.
Some of them did. Yeah, 6 did it well. 9 I felt did it really well.
Yeah. And I will drop a nuclear take right now. You ready for this?
Yep.
Combat system wise, with a group of people who you know and trust, 11 has a really good combat system. If you have good communication and if you're playing with people who you know. With pubs,
I've heard 11's combat system is. I've heard 11's combat system is weird, hard to get to grips with, but once you do, if you've got yourself a squad, it's fantastic.
Yeah, it's
we don't talk about 12's very weird combat system, and we just pretend 13 doesn't exist.
I mean, it's kind of a shame we don't talk about 12. Like, 12 had a lot of cool ideas. It didn't like capitalize on those ideas as well as it could have.
12 had too many good ideas and didn't develop any of them well enough.
That's fair. But the ideas it had were solid. Like, the ideas it had...
The ideas that it fleshed out were good, yeah. It's a shame that Vaughn is a really unlikable main character.
Vaughn is not the main character.
That's true, yeah.
And that's not the first time...
Follow him around.
Yeah, the point of view characters is not always the main character, and that's very... my entire opinion of Final Fantasy X changed in one line. My entire
that Tidus was not the main character.
Yep. Like I was playing 10. I was kind of like, it's okay. I'm not really, not vibing with it. I'm like, yeah, it's all right. Then I get to that one line where Yuna says, "This is my story, not yours." I set down the controller and spent 10 minutes recontextualizing everything that happened with Tidus as the point of view character, not the protagonist. And it's like, wow, no, this is great. That makes perfect sense. Everything is like actually brilliantly written once you accept that, but they hide that. Like, I mean, I wasn't clever enough at the moment at that time when I was playing it because, I was playing dumb kid syndrome and just playing the game instead of actually thinking, pulling over the plot. Like, but when they said that, like, oh wait, everything snapped into focus, and I actually love 10 now.
Yeah, no, 10. That's my biggest issue with 12 and
Vaughn is
that Vaughn is a completely garbage character for you to be stuck playing as constantly. You never get a break from him. That's the problem.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but he's still not the main character, and that's yeah.
If I had to argue as to who the main character is, honestly, I would say it's either the princess, Bosch, or Gabranth.
I'd say Bosch. I mean, he that's text. Bosch claims to be the main character. That's just straight up text.
But yeah, I'm absolutely certain that like if I had to pick, it's either Bosch or the princess. Gabranth at a hard push, but I feel like that's because Gabranth is so vital to its story. Despite not being present in it, he's this constant. Everything that happens is somehow related to him, and it's done in a relatively well done way.
Yeah, that's fair. That's that does check out. Mm-hmm.
Which is just an absolute shame that the villain that gets the most development isn't Gabrant, it's the fucking... What's his name? What is his name? I can't remember. The guy who punches things.
Ah,
the,
heck.
the Marquis.
Oh, yeah. And I will
Who
say...
doses up on... That he doses up on magic steroids and punches people.
I will say it is a big pet peeve of mine when... when you don't have the main character controllable. I'm trying to think of a way of phrasing this, because I like the way 10 does it, where the main character is not the the point of view character, but I absolutely loathe it when, like, Diablo 3 is what I'm thinking of, where you aren't actually the important to the story. You just sort of exist.
Yeah, which is the biggest problem with Diablo 3, in my opinion, outside of all the other problems which are way bigger than that, but still. The fact that, what's-her-face, Adria's kid, and that's a reference no one is going to get either, bringing Adria back.
Mm-hmm. Like, there's this one
no
moment
one's
where...
played Diablo 1.
I mean, I have, but, like, I'm old, so whatever.
I literally got it installed on my computer. I completed a run-through of it recently. But yeah, no one who's going to be playing Diablo 3 is going to know who Adria is, because that's a Diablo 1 character, and follow on from that, there's no way on God's green earth that Prince Aiden would go and impregnate Adria, because she was already ancient in Diablo 1.
That's true. Although, no. She was a witch. Her form and could easily be malleable, as could her as could her others.
But follow on from that, Adria also very distinctly hated the forces of hell more than anyone in Tristram at the time.
That is a much more valid point.
Haha, I was secretly serving Diablo the whole time. Then why were you selling Prince Aiden all of those potions? Why were you selling him scrolls and all that? Why were you doing that? Was it so that he'd stick a rock in his head and give you the business?
So I want to compare and contrast 2 points from 2 different games, just to make a point. There's a moment in Diablo 3, and this is the moment where I gave up on the game. Like, I played through the rest of it, but this is the moment where I gave up on it.
You were just playing it for the sake of finishing the game. You didn't care.
Exactly. It was this moment where what's her name? Deckard's granddaughter, whatever.
Granddaughter
Needs to open a door, and you have to protect her while she's opening it. There is no character that you could play as where you should not be opening the door. If you're a wizard, you should be throwing undoing wards and bindings to open the door. If you're a barbarian, you should be kicking it down. You have no agency.
Crusader, you should be kicking it down. If you're the witch doctor, you should just spirit walk through and unlock it from the other side.
Yeah, there's an interesting and dynamic answer for every single possible character, and you are not allowed. No, lockpick.
No. The demon hunter doesn't lockpick it. He just is really, really, really passive aggressive, giving off really negative vibes at the door until it opens on its own. He guilt trips it into opening it.
I was thinking scale the wall.
He could scale the wall. No, yeah. I like mine because he is such an edgy character. He just guilt trips the door.
And there's a moment in Final Fantasy XI where there's a very easy chance to have the same thing happen narratively, and where someone who is very important to the story is going to be dealing with this a roadblock like that, and instead of saying, "I'll take care of this, guard me," or anything like that, she says, Prish, it's a half-elf girl, stands up and says, "Okay, let's do this together," and she joins you for the boss battle. Like, it's just like that attention to agency is not something that many games don't have.
Yeah. Like I could understand if the game specifically states early on that you're not meant to be the main character in it, and doesn't
Mhm.
pretend like Diablo 3 does. Oh, you're the Nephilim. You're
Yeah.
the most important. No,
No.
we're not. We never mattered. Diablo
Mhm.
2, we mattered.
Yeah. Although, interestingly, in Diablo 1, you don't matter. In Diablo 1, you are literally starting off as just a random passerby who's going to go for, who is looking for fame and glory in the crypts. Like, Diablo 1, you don't start out as...
Technically incorrect. Technically incorrect. If you play as the warrior, you start out as Prince Iden.
Is that text in Diablo 1, or is that...
That's-
I thought that was added in the later games as
That is canonically established in Diablo 1 in the
Okay.
novels that came out alongside Diablo 1.
Okay. I thought I thought they established
warrior-
that. Okay.
That the warrior that is Prince Iden, they don't specifically state his name until the later games. They just state that it's the king's youngest son who has returned to the town to save it.
Okay.
But
Okay.
he returns to, and canonically speaking, he returns to the town with his two traveling companions, which is the wizard and the ranger. The ranger winds up as Bloodraven, and the wizard winds up as the Arcane Sanctuary Guardian.
Okay. I thought that was retconned in Diablo 2 text. I didn't realize that was a part of Diablo 1 text.
The transforming into specific named demons thing is Diablo 2 retcon, but the actual fact that it was like the unnamed fact of the prince's youngest son being the warrior, I'm pretty sure was stated in Diablo 1.
Okay.
Like I'm pretty sure it's stated in one of the like books or one of the characters' dialogues at the end of the game. I don't remember though, it's been a while.
Fair enough. Want to wrap up Vanderbilt and then just
Yeah, we might as well.
Might as well.
Wrap up Vanderbilt. We might as well make our way back to London. At least then, if we do this again, we know exactly where we are.
That's wise. What else should we do here?
I mean, we can explore Vanderbilt to get another port report, which is never a waste of time. Gathering gossip can be useful.
Sure. We have this before? No, that's a port report. We've already read that.
Yep, port report. Alright.
We want to visit the
Boring
curator now, or
Vanderbilt.
no?
We might as well get that quest line started.
Sea captains,
Alright.
the first curator gives audience.
You're not raspy enough.
True. I was going for a
First
collar.
curator is responsible for the preservation of the tomb colonies. It has been here much longer than London, like all the oldest tomb colonists. But even tomb colonists is all in the end. Its time is close. Outlander. No more light. The obsequious steward cautions you. The curator is terribly afraid of moths. He opens the door. You step into near darkness. A pair of luminous lamplighter bees buzz in a latticed ivory tube. There is no other source of light. A bandaged shape, no larger than a child, lays crumpled on a couch. It lifts its head with obvious. It takes several seconds for you to distinguish its voice from the soft buzz of the bee. Listen to a whispered request. Sea captain, silk skin, smooth skin. Not much left of me. I will go into the grand sanatorium. Bring me colors. 7 colors. Pay well. What you want, smooth skin?
That works, though. That really does actually work for this.
Z captain, smooth skin. Not much left of me. I will go into the grand sanatorium. Bring me the colors. 7 colors. Pay well.
You dropped. You know what? Partway into that, you started just completely dropping plosives and adding a more of a I forget the term for it. I like what you did. What you slipped into there actually. That's what I'm saying.
All right. So that's how we that's how we start the quest line.
Ask about them. One hears the name whispered here and there in the arcades of Vanderbilt. Accept the commission.
Fuck. I lost the voice too. Damn it.
Thank you, this poor flesh, that's for color. Smooth skin.
Alright, so we should ask about this stuff before accepting the commission. Listen to the whispered request.
7 colors.
Cosmoon, Irigo,
Pelican. Steward.
I'm sorry, Pelican?
Pelican. I want a big bird. I can die a happy man if I have the main character of Sesame Street here with me. Find them here and there. Across the wide black sea, smooth skin.
Should we go ahead and accept it then?
Ask about the Grand Sanatorium, and then we should accept the commission.
Okay.
Oh, smooth skin. You don't want to know. Oh, smooth skin. You don't want to know. The giant becomes a god. We don't die here below. Not unless we go to sea. So we needed something else. Somewhere to end.
My throat is in so much pain right now.
If you want to be a streamer, you need to like water more than Michael Phelps.
I drank a whole 600ml glass of cordial. I'm good.
It collapses. Rest back onto the couch. Even the effort of speaking seems to have diminished it a little. The audience is over. As the door opens, it shrinks from the finger that reaches across the floor. Outside, the obsequious steward nods. The book. Yes, the book. He hands you a slim, illustrated volume. The curator is old as dust. We will all be grateful if you do it this one last favor.
So we've got Aposcyan, Cosmogone, Gant, Irigo, Pelican, Violent, and Vitric. So remember that gate that you found?
Yeah.
You get one of the colors from there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure you get Apocyanic from one of the regions that we visited that you did narration for too. But I don't
neat.
remember which.
Mm-hmm.
Outlander.
Back to London.
Back to London with you, Outlander. We don't take kindly to you, Outlanders here.
Looks like... Nope, it does not move while you're in map.
Okay.
Carissa's Point.
Carissa's Point.
Oh, I was playing Bloodborne, and after one of my streams, someone came up, someone said, "Hey, I know that you're mispronouncing this name just to annoy me." And I'm like, what? No!
What name? What name?
Who was it? Heck.
Is it German?
Oh, Logarius.
Logarius?
Logarius.
Logarius!
Instead of Logarius.
Hey, it's me, Logarius!
I just want to roll the R's. It just feels good, you know?
Woohoo! It's me, Logarius!
So
You want some spaghetti? Logarius!
So I'm like, no! And he says, no. You forget to pronounce it that way once in a while when you're in the middle of a commentary. And I'm like, oh, heck, you know what? You're right, yes. I actually was doing that to annoy specifically you. I got caught.
You got called out. You got called out for mispronouncing Logarius, and now you've got to kill a Logiacris.
And
Hot take. Monster Hunter Rise is too easy.
well, yeah, it's a Monster Hunter game that doesn't have G rank yet. Of course it is. I don't see how that surprises anyone.
No. Like, even World, which was considerably easier than clunky Monster Hunter, still was harder in its standard hunts. I shouldn't be able to kill an Azuros with the standard Kamura dagger and armor in a world, like in a world adventure thing. I shouldn't be able to do that so easily.
I don't know. Well, hold on. Do we have anything else to finish up here?
I don't think so. You just got to collect messages from the Harbour Master.
Okay, let me save and hop out to my cave background.
Ooh, woo.
One pun. Gosh, that up there. Wait, why isn't it? Oh yeah, I have that button. Very good. Ah, sorry, what were you saying?
Uh, that's what I was saying.
I see.
I just noticed that you were playing Hat in Time. You know what I should do? I should buy the DLC for that, and we should definitely play that multiplayer.
Mm-hmm. I have a secret coming out for that, which I won't be able to do that for. I mean, I guess I'll just say it then. I am going on a vacation next month, and I'm going to be pre-recording a couple streams, and that's one of the things I'm going to be pre-recording. So we will maybe we'll do that at some point, but it won't be the next couple of Hat and Time streams, unfortunately.
No, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
But
Uh,
we can definitely set it up.
Today's so scuffed.
I think that went pretty well. I mean, just for a chill, relaxing stream, it was a yeah.
It was a good choice to fill the gap. It was a shame that I couldn't stream, but you know, Australian internet decided that it wasn't going to let me download Vermintide.
Yeah, but like I was saying earlier, you know, show must go on, and I don't really do scuffed. Like, you know, if I have tech problems, I just push through them. It's like, you know, okay, things aren't working.
Yeah.
I'll find a way to make them work.
This wasn't exactly a tech problem that we could push through, so instead we had to find a different solution.
No, this I would argue this is how we push through it.
Yeah. Yeah, if I'm ever doing Sunless Skies at some point, which I am planning on doing because it's really good, I would like to invite you along to do some voice work for it with me.
Yeah, just hit me up.
Yeah,
I would be delighted.
Gotta sail a train through heaven.
Yeah, is it basically just this with a steampunk aesthetic instead of a Lovecraftian one?
It's literally the exact same setting. It's just in the sky instead of the ocean.
Okay, fair enough.
It's got sort of a steampunk aesthetic, but the rockets, the flying machines in the world are actually steam trains.
Okay, cool.
It's weird. It's considerably better than Sunless Sea mechanically, and the story's more interesting from what I've played of it. There's also a lot more Lovecraftian eldritch horror stuff going on.
I mean, it's pretty easy to be more mechanically impressive than Sunless Sea. The mechanics are not why you're playing it, you know?
Yeah, you're not playing Sunless Sea for the mechanics. Yeah, I get that 100%. No,
Mm-hmm.
No, but like I'm saying, like it's a marked improvement. It's not like, oh, it's a little bit better. It's just like, if you've got the choice between the two, unless you're really interested in the story of Sunless Seas, play Skies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I went with Seas just because it was on. Well, yeah, it was on the Epic Thursday thing.
Yeah. Skies isn't particularly expensive though, which isn't bad. And typically speaking, the Sunless game, Sunless Skies, Sunless Seas, and the expansion pack for Seas typically do tend to go on sale on Humble Bundle and a bundle fairly often. It's usually called the Sunless Bundle or something.
Okay. Yeah, I hadn't even heard of it before I picked it up off the Epic Store. I mean,
and now that you have, you're cripplingly addicted, and you need more of that purple prose.
The purplest.
But yeah, Skies has also got a bit more. It's got a bit more of a story going on, because you know how they're talking about the Carnate in while you're in London and stuff. They're talking about how there's conflict, but nothing ever really happens there.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, there is actually conflict going on in Skies.
Oh, okay. I mean, I haven't really seen any of it beyond what I've seen. I have no idea if it develops into something or not. But I mean, other than what you're just saying now,
yeah, it doesn't really seem to. Like, you don't ever really tend to see London get taken over by the Carnate or anything like that. Whereas you can really screw over London and stuff like that in Skies by siding with the rebels who are running from something. And what are they running from? Well, it's scary, is what it is.
Reasonable. Does it have crabs? Are there sky crabs? Confirm or deny?
It might have sky crabs. I haven't. I've only mostly been in the first area, so I wouldn't know what's in the other areas. Because there's also multiple maps for it.
Really? That's cool.
Yep. Sunless Seas only has the one map, whereas Skies I think has 3.
That's interesting. Well, thank you very
Yeah.
much for joining me.
It was a pleasure to be here. My throat is in incredible pain.
Well, take care of that. Take care of that.
I will. I'm going to go and have myself a hot chocolate, something nice and warm to deal with it.
Excellent idea. Well, I bid you good evening, and to everyone watching, I bid you good night.
Yes,
Cheers.
Have a good night or a good morning or whatever time it is wherever you are in the world.
Cheers.
Ta-da!